Hello, hello, hello. I hope everyone is doing well. I am way more nervous for this than I thought that I was going to be. I almost feel as nervous as when I first uploaded my debut video, and that's wild because I was really nervous then. So okay, I'm going to hop into this. I think I'm nervous just because this is your hard-earned money, and I want to make sure that it's worth that. I want to make sure that I can live up to that. So anyway, some of you are just here to listen to me talk too, so I'm just gonna hop right into this. Thank you all for being here and hanging out with me. And hello, I am so glad that you appreciate the lore archive videos. That is absolutely wonderful. Okay, alright, I'm launching into this. I prepared a little, a very brief Yumie PowerPoint for you all. Yes, no, thank you, I will breathe. I actually woke up like, I don't even know, I think I've been up for like 2 hours. I woke up a little before 7 my time, and I was like, oh, well, sleep isn't happening. Time to just get up and move around and do some stuff. But yeah, okay, talking is making me feel a little better. All right. So yeah, I got some stuff prepared for you all. So, yeah, initially, I was hesitant to offer membership at all because I didn't want anyone to feel obligated to join. Not everyone is in a financial position to support someone or to give something back, and I did not want to make anyone feel obligated to do that. So for a long time, my plan was just not to offer membership at any point. But there's a lot of really nice benefits to it. In particular, it would allow me to have emotes on the channel, as well as make really cute membership icons for everyone. So the biggest thing that really sold me, though, is I feel like I haven't had the best place to show off like behind the scenes stuff, like upcoming projects or things that I've been thinking about or working on and stuff like that. So I thought it would be kind of nice to offer that in membership streams. So that was kind of the thing that really sold me on doing it. So yeah, so I'm just gonna have one tier. It's at $2.99 a month, which is prorated for different currencies. So that one tier is gonna get you access to everything. Emotes, membership icons, and membership streams. And yeah, I'm sorry, I am just like a nervous mess over here. I'm just listening to myself talk. Thank you all for bearing with me as I'm going through this. Alrighty, so I'm going to show you the membership icons, which I think are very cute. I'm very happy with how they turned out, so yeah, what a deal. So, yeah, these are the Chibinoko membership icons. So, essentially, it's a digivolving Chibinoko who is getting progressively more cozy. So, it starts out just like regular Chibinoko, just hanging out, vibing, enjoying life, and then get a sweater that Chibinoko will wear normally, and then Chibinoko then gets a scarf, and then a hat, and then goes full Yuru camp. So, I don't know. I thought this was very funny when I was putting it together. It's perfect. It's exactly Chibinoko. She's always making herself more warm. So, yeah, I am quite happy with how these all turned out. So, yeah, the way that YouTube does membership is that it wants you to put stuff down for like certain increments. So, the way that I've got it set up is that you've got something for when you first join, and then you'll get a sweater at 1 month, scarf at 3 months, hat at 6 months, and then full comfy at 12 months. So yeah, and thank you all. I see you all trying to reassure me not to be so nervous. I appreciate that. Yeah, you know, I was trying to think of something for 2 years, and yeah, that was something that Bear had suggested, was like a campfire or a fireplace, so I think that will probably be what I do, but man, that's like really far out, so yeah, I'll cross that bridge when I get closer to that, so... And then some of you have seen this if you've been on the Discord, but these are all the emotes that I have made so far. And I even have some that I'm realizing that I want to make. Like I need one for me laughing, I need a head pat one, and some other stuff. But yeah, these are the 10 that I've got prepared. Something to note, YouTube is kind of weird about this. When you join for the first time, all of the emotes might not necessarily show up immediately. In particular, what I've found is that it's like a certain number of people that jump on, like new emote slots get unlocked. I don't know why they do it that way. But the important thing is that I have to manually upload those as I hit those goals. So what might end up happening as people join, if that's something that you end up doing, is that like just during the stream I might hop over to YouTube Studio and just like hit an upload button just to get more emotes in there. I wish that they would let me preload those, but they didn't. They didn't let me preload them, which is a bummer. So I have to do it manually. But yeah, I like the emotes a lot. It was really fun to make them. So yeah, a couple of things in addition to that, just as far as future plans for streaming. So moving forward, I'm actually going to be streaming once a week. I've kind of been on an every other week schedule up until this point, but streaming has been really straightforward and easy, so I would love to do it more. It would give me more chances to stream games, to do Zatsudan, to do drawing streams, so... my plan is that every other week I will alternate between time zones. So today I'm at a time zone that's a little bit better for Europe and a lot of Africa, the Middle East, and South America. And then my plan is to alternate between this time and a time that is much better for Asia, Australia, and large portions of like the United States and Canada. So yeah, so I'll alternate between those. And then each month, one of those streams that I do is going to be a membership stream. So that will be, again, kind of on the alternating time zone thing, but those will always be archived. So if you can't catch it live, you can always come back and check it out later. But yeah, I've got some fun stuff planned for those. So yeah. So without further ado, after this slide, I'm gonna turn on memberships. It might take a minute or two just for it to show up. What I've found is that when you hit the button, it might not immediately pop up for everyone, but yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and hit that button, and then I'm gonna move us over to the Zatsudan screen and go from there. Alrighty, let me go. Hit this button. Okay, yes, turn on the channel memberships. Let's go. Okay, I have hit the button. I'm going to move over to the chatting screen, so I'll see if that actually comes through. Ooh, and then I prepared a little blanket. Ooh. Oh, hi! Oh yay, my little like icon things are working too. That's fantastic. Alrighty. Ooh, I prepared a comfy little blanket to go with this too. Yeah, I know it still takes forever to load. I'm so sorry about that. Yeah, so what you'll want to do is if you have this full screened currently, I would like leave the full screen and take a look. Let me go check actually where that is. I think it's right around the chatting area and it should say join. Let me go double check my video real quick. Ooh, Oh, thank you all. Oh my gosh. Okay, let me go see. So let's go. Yeah, I'm checking where this is on my screen. Join. Yeah, on my screen, the join is near my name. Like the channel name. Like when I go out of full screen and I look at the video description, I can see join. It is right there. Where is it if you're on a phone? Let me go check that real quick. It's so nice to see the emotes. Oh my gosh, that's fantastic. Let me go take a look. So if you are on a phone, where is the join button? Oh, actually, that's interesting. Where is it on the phone? Normally it shows up. Yeah, if anyone's on a phone. Okay, if you're on a phone, it's next to the notification bell. Thank you all for checking that. I appreciate that. I wonder if it won't show for me because I'm the channel owner. Okay, cool. Perfect. Oh, fantastic. Alrighty. Well, thank you all. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm going to add some more emotes for you all. Let me go. Yeah, let's go. Oh, thank you. Oh, that's really funny. Oh no, I might have to change how I do alerts. The alert system that I use is Stream Elements, and for some reason they're really bad with YouTube emotes. I am so relieved that they're showing up in the chat box though. That is wonderful. Oh my gosh. Okay, give me one sec. I am trying to go and add some more emotes for y'all. Thank you for bearing with me as I'm getting this stuff all figured out. I am definitely a little new to this. Yeah, it's kind of a bummer. I really wish that I could get emotes to show up in the donations, but I don't know. I'm not really sure what's up with Stream Elements and YouTube. It's so fantastic for everything else, but it's really weird about that. So no, I'm so sorry about that. I'm glad that it showed up in the chat at least as it was coming by. Okay, so let's go over to memberships. Man, this whole screen is totally changed too. I wonder... Settings... Thank you all for hanging out with me as I'm just like looking through my YouTube trying to be like, where is my... Oh, thank you! Congrats on the membership. Super looking forward to all the new content planned. Also, the code is very cute. Thank you. I saw the content creator Fruit with V Shoujo. She was wearing this and I desperately wanted it. So I went and tracked down where she got it from, which I think that I've got that listed in the description as well. So, oh, you all are fantastic. Yeah, what I'll do while I'm trying to find where to add more of these emotes, I don't understand where this has gone. This is totally different from when I first looked at this. Overview. Gosh. Yes, you are now a snack. Oh my word. Yeah, no, this is so bizarre. It's like it totally changed after I did that. I had the option before of being able to go and add more emotes. Where has that gone? Why did it disappear? Oh, here we go. I have found it. It was hidden from me. Okay, let's go and add some more because I want you all to be able to use more of these fun emotes that I made. And then once I'm done with that, we can talk about my latest video and some other stuff that I've got planned here. So let's see, let's go. So I've got these 4 currently. Okay, let's go add that. And then we're going to add another emote. You all are so sweet. Oh. Oh my god, thank you. This is extremely nice of you all. Ugh. Okay, alright. I am adding some more. Oh my gosh, I actually have a bunch of slots now. Alright, let's go add some stuff. Okay, so we're gonna go add this. Let's go. Alright, perfect. Let's go ahead and save that. Okay, so you all should have some more emotes now that you should be able to use. Danger noodles together comfy. I know you are the Snook Squad. Oh, this is great. Thank you all so much. We are indeed a bowl of noodles. Oh, this is perfect. Thank you all so much for coming by. I really appreciate it a lot. Oh my word. Yeah, so I figured what I could do for the rest of the Zatsudan is just kind of talking about the latest video, how I put all that together, and kind of what I'm planning on doing here. So you want a snick nap, kid Shibinoko. Feed her and tell her a good night story. Yes. I agree. She is entirely too precious. Oh my word. So yeah, the latest video, I still kind of can't believe how many people have watched that. I really appreciate everyone checking it out and seeing all of the lore that I had put in there. I still can't believe that that ended up being almost 4 hours long. I had this thought originally where I was just gonna make the entire Eden Treaty one big long video, but yeah, it didn't really work out like that. Just the first part ended up being almost 4 hours, so I am extremely glad that everything, you know, was able to keep stuff the way that it was. But as a result, I've actually got most of the second video written. So my plan is this next week, I'm gonna finish up that script. I'm going to get everything filmed and then start editing that. So yeah. No, that would have been a little bit of a nightmare if it was a bit longer than that. So yeah, no, the Eden Treaty ended up being wild. The process that I do for making these videos is that I end up going back through the story. I take a ton of screenshots and videos and other things just to see, I guess kind of to keep track of where everything is. And then I'll make a outline from there, just going over all of the different major events and how I want to structure things. But it was very difficult to put the Eden Treaty together. Oh my word, that story is told so out of order, it is kind of nuts. And yeah, no, I am bundled up because I saw this very adorable outfit and I really wanted to try it. And also I was pretty nervous going into this video, so I kind of had my comfort blanket prepared. But you all have been extremely nice, so yeah, oh my word. Oh yeah, so the video itself, I ended up spending a lot of time working on it. I think the script alone took me 2.5, 3 weeks, which is pretty crazy. The Abydos video, I ended up working on every single evening for a little bit, but I think that script took me maybe 5 or 6 days. So the Eden Treaty took a really long time just to put that together, so. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm glad that I look adorable. Thank you. I absolutely love this outfit. I think it's super cute. But yeah, yep, you were correct. I actually went because I was curious how long it was compared to Lord of the Rings, and yeah, no, it's straight up longer than some of the extended editions. So yeah, I can't believe some of y'all ended up watching that in one go. I commend you for that. That is absolutely wild. But yeah, so I took a couple of weeks just to write the script. And then filming ended up taking me, I think, 2 days because my voice got kind of tired after I hit, I think, the 2-hour mark. So I didn't want to strain it anymore by continuing to talk. So I ended up just coming back to it on a second day. And then from there, it was just editing, which that took a really long time. I actually was kind of inefficient about that. I had to split it into 2 different files because the file got so big, it was slowing down my editing software. So every time I would try to move clips or I would try to mess around with things, it just wasn't working. So I split it into 2 where I had, I think the first video was like 2.5 hours and the second one was like the remaining 1.5 hours. And then I stitched them together, and that ended up working out quite a bit. So that was good. Oh, okay, I'm glad that it ended up being fairly watchable despite that. That's good. Oh, that's good. I'm very glad to hear that. If I'm being totally honest, when it was getting kind of close to being done, I was struggling a little bit with insomnia, and so one night I was like, okay, I'm just gonna fix my sleep schedule. I'll just pull an all-nighter and do a lot of editing and get the stuff done, and then I'll crash really hard and I'll fix my sleep that way. That did not. That did not pan out the way that I had intended. I ended up just being really tired the rest of the week. Even after I caught up on some sleep. So, yeah, I don't know. I can't do that the way I used to. And I probably shouldn't be pulling all-nighters anyway. But yeah, no, that was a lot. I just was trying to get through all of that footage and it was just kind of nuts. So my plan is to not do that this time because it did not fix my sleep schedule and I was very tired afterwards. But I'm really glad with how everything came together. Oh, I do have a funny story for you all about when I was uploading that. Oh, and thank you. I'm really glad that you all are encouraging me to get some sleep. That is very much appreciated. When I was trying to upload the video, I was making the timestamps for it, so I was going back and re-listening to it. And yeah, no, you were correct. Burnout is a little crazy. I do need to be really careful. So I actually haven't done any video stuff this entire week. I've just taken it easy. I've been playing Monster Hunter every evening, hanging out and watching anime. So yeah, thank you all. I really appreciate that. It means a lot. I feel like there's often this push just to get content out as fast as possible, and I don't know, I don't want to burn out from that. In fact, I still kind of can't believe I actually pulled an all-nighter. That was really just because I was like, well, my sleep schedule is screwed anyway. I might as well just lean into it, but no, I'm not going to lean into that next time. Yeah, I guess I kind of am a Lamia, like half snake, half person, but I go by Tsuchitomo since I am a bit of a snack. Yes, no, I will make sure not to push myself too hard. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad that you're enjoying it so far. Oh, that's fantastic. No, I'm so glad you're listening to The Infinite and the Divine. That is an absolutely spectacular book. Oh my word. Okay, I'm getting distracted by people's comments. I'm gonna tell you all what happened when I first uploaded this video. So I uploaded the video and it was processing and everything on YouTube. And I went back and I was listening through it just so that I could get the timestamps for you all. And I clicked on one part of the video and I could hear myself talking, but I couldn't hear any music. And I went and listened to it again just to make sure. I'm like, why is there music missing at this one exact part? And so I went and pulled it back up in the editing software, and sure enough, at some point when I was moving things around, I had accidentally deleted exactly 1 minute of music. So it was just one weird part of the video. I think it was like 3 hours in. There was just a minute of music missing. Like you could still hear me talking, but you couldn't hear the music. So then I had to go and add music in that particular portion and make sure that I actually had that working. And then I went over the entire presentation again, being like, okay, we gotta make sure that I'm not missing anything else. So I deleted the original upload, re-exported the entire video, which took like 2 to 3 hours, I think. And then I re-uploaded it to YouTube. So there might have been a version that existed that was missing a minute of music, kind of right around like 2/3 of the way through it. So yeah, no, it was extremely agonizing. I couldn't believe that I had missed that. I guess that particular section I had just like felt pretty good about, and I'm like, all right, I'm good, moving on. Because I normally listen back to all of my stuff like once or twice just to make sure that I've got everything all sounding good. But yeah, I just totally missed that, just like a single minute. It's very frustrating when I realized that. So, but thankfully it was pretty easy to add the music back in afterwards. So I just went into the video file, I edited some of that back in and went from there. So, I'm really glad that the Blue Archive lore video was so helpful for you all. That makes me really happy to hear. It takes a lot of work to put those together, especially the Eden Treaty. I feel like there's a lot of events that are referenced, but they're not directly shown because most of everything is told from Sensei's perspective. So it ends up being a little tricky just to try and figure out all the different order of events. But I'm really happy with how it all turned out, especially the past history of the different schools and how they all came together and that sort of thing. So, and yes, no, I am extremely glad that I caught that 1 minute of music was missing. I'm sure I would have gotten a ton of comments being like, hey, liked this was great, or like, it was okay, but you're missing a minute of music at this one part. So, that's good. I'm very glad that I was able to do that. Oh, that is extremely kind of you all to say. Yeah, I'm definitely looking into like, there's a couple of things that I want to end up doing on the channel that I do think it's kind of weird the way that YouTube works. As far as like growth of channels and things like that. But from what I've heard, generally people get sponsorships if they have like a little more subscribers than I currently do. But I don't know, at some point it would be cool. I don't know if Nexon will ever notice this particular channel, but I just appreciate you all checking out everything. And yeah, technically, I think I've had this BGM before. It loops through different songs. But yeah, no, I really like this one quite a bit. If you're ever interested in any of the songs, I've got everything listed in the description. And I think I have it listed in order of the way that they play. I've got a looping track that ends up playing from OBS. So, ooh, yeah, they are red dots, not eyebrows or anything. I got these eyebrows, but the red dots on my head and on Chibinoko's head are just markings. Ooh. Oh, thank you. I am really glad that you all enjoy listening to my voice. That means a lot. That makes me really happy to hear that the videos are good listening. So yeah, no kidding. This video is sponsored by Raid Legends. Not actually. It is not actually sponsored. No sponsors for this one. Oh. Yeah, the markings on my face could be a secret second set of eyes. Man, I really wish that was the case. My eyesight is absolutely terrible. Something I've considered doing for future outfits is making some glasses for myself because I wear glasses pretty much all the time. Right now, I'm close enough to the screen that I don't necessarily need it. Like whenever I'm drawing and stuff, I don't need it. But in order to see things a little further away, it's kind of hard. So, oh, thank you all for joining. This is great. Actually, let me go check and let me see if I can add any more emotes for you all. Let's see. Yeah, let's refresh that real quick. Yeah, I agree. Glasses are fantastic. They're a little bit hard to rig. So I made the art for my avatar and all of the live 2D rigging myself. So any updates and things, all that's holding me back is just making the asset and then rigging it. But rigging is actually really complicated. It takes a lot of work in order to do. So yeah, let me go check. I'm just looking over membership. Yes, okay. Let me go add another emote for you all. Okay, let me check actually. Which emotes do I currently have? Okay, I'm missing the thumbs up one. Let's go add that. Ugh. Thumbs up. Okay. Perfect. Alrighty. Got all of those there. Save and publish. You always thought of the red dots, bangs, and eyebrows as some sort of chibi ghost. Yeah, no, it does kind of look like that. Oh no, you've annihilated 4 pairs of glasses by sleeping with them? Oh god. Oh no, I'm so sorry. That is my legit fear, is that I'm just gonna step on my glasses at some point. Oh my word. I'm so sorry. Oh, yeah, it took a little bit to learn rigging. I'd say it probably took me about a month, maybe a month and a half, just to really get the hang of it. I watched a ton of videos online. I've actually thought about making a video that just goes over how I did everything on the channel. So, like, how I ended up making my avatar, how I ended up rigging everything, and how I do a lot of YouTube content creation, but that would actually take a little bit of time for me to put together, so I probably won't have something like that for a little bit, but that is something that I hope to do at some point. And yeah, Fenry, you mentioned, I saw in your trailer you played Persona. Any chance you can try playing Shin Megami Tensei? I would love to do that. It's kind of hard because a lot of those games are really long and are kind of games to stream are kind of tricky, right? Because for one thing, you have to be careful about streaming games. Like as an indie creator, I don't want to get any copyright issues, so I end up uploading a little bit of the footage and the music from the game just as a test to see if I get any copyright claims on something. And if I do, then I won't stream the game. So far, I've been pretty lucky because I play a lot of indie games. But something like Persona or Shin Megami would be really cool. So yeah, I am hoping I would have to look into it. The other thing with Persona and those genre of games is that they are extremely long to the point where it'd be really tricky to stream everything. Like I'd probably have to do some grinding off stream for some of it. But yeah, that's definitely something I'd love to do. I absolutely adore those games. So, ooh, yep. It can be kind of tricky just to go through all of that. Yeah, I think that you are correct. It's kind of weird to call Persona a AAA game. I'm not sure that I really... I don't know, AAA games are kind of like gigantic studios that end up making those. And those games I try to stay away from with streaming because they really like you to either share a cut of profits or like if you get any ad revenue and stuff, or they only want you to stream it for a certain amount of time and stuff like that. And this is all kind of anecdotal from what I've heard from like large streamers who are actually able to do that stuff. So Yeah, no, you were correct. Persona 5 is awesome, but I think it would be really tricky just to actually stream that. So, which is a bummer. There's a lot of games I would love to stream. I actually think I was looking, some indie streamers were doing Animal Crossing the other day. I would love to play Animal Crossing. If that's something I could actually do, that would be wild, but ooh, yeah, I need to do some tests just to upload some music and see what actually goes through. Because normally Nintendo's pretty strict about what you can stream, so I haven't really messed around with it. So yeah, no, indie games and older games has kind of been something that I've done. So, ooh. And yes, I do stream around this time. I alternate between this and a more like Asia, Australia, and West Coast friendly time. So every other week, I'll be alternating between those. Yeah, I have really wanted to stream something like Monster Hunter because Monster Hunter is extremely fun. And I do feel like I have a lot of advice that I could give to people as far as how to make it easier to do. Also, you might be able to hear Bear cooking in the background. I think he just got up and he's making some stuff. But yeah, so Nintendo is famously very strict with cracking down on content creators streaming their games. Like, I will not touch Pokemon with a long stick. Oh my gosh, I am not streaming that game unless I got explicit permission. Like, even really big streamers like Hololive, they have a window of opportunity that they can stream that game. I think they have like a month where they can stream it, and then Nintendo's like, no more, you can't stream it anymore. And like, if Hololive can't stream it indefinitely, then like, no. No, I'm not touching that. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what it was that he was making. We talked about a couple of different things. He might actually be helping me with my Nendoroids right now. I had recently gotten a bunch of slightly older K-On! Nendoroids. I love Nendoroids quite a bit. I have a gigantic collection of them. I should just at some point show a picture of that in the Discord. But yeah, I opened up the box of K-On! Nendoroids and they have never been opened before. So they've just sat in a box for years and years and years. And it turns out that there is, I think it's I'm trying to remember what it's called, a plasticizer, I think is what it's called. It's a chemical that they use to make the Nendoroids more pliable, so it's easier to like move them and make them look the way that they do. But if a Nendoroid sits in a box for too long, it's kind of like invisible fumes that are coming off from the Nendoroid that ends up like not exactly like melting anything, but it coats the plastic in this really obnoxious sticky residue. So Bear is helping me to clean those right now. We let the Nendoroids sit in some soapy water overnight, and then you have to kind of scrub them very, very gently just to get any of the sticky residue off. So it's kind of wild, actually. I have a lot of Nendoroids, and this is the first time I've ever run into this. Like, I have some really old Nendoroids too, but I think I've just gotten really lucky. My guess is that maybe these Nendoroids were stored in a really warm room at some point, because that can make it much easier. Yes, no, you were correct. And my other suspicion was that it was exposed to sun at some point, because sunlight can make that stuff break down really quickly. So that's not to ward anyone off from buying older Nendoroids, but if you do buy older ones and they feel a little sticky to the touch, you probably should soak them in some water with some soap for a while, and then very, very gently, like with your hands, use some soap and water just to get that sticky residue off. So no, you're all good. Yeah, Nendoroids and Funko Pops are definitely a little different. I don't know. I've never really been the biggest fan of Funko Pops, but I've seen a lot of people who have very impressive collections of them. And as a Nendoroid collector, I cannot fault anyone for collecting a lot of that stuff. So, oh yeah, no, if you're like in a very humid place, yeah, you definitely want to be a little careful. Most of the Nendoroids I end up getting are only like maybe a year or two old. or they've been stored, I'm guessing, in a location that was a lot cooler, which is good. So, oh, yeah. I was very surprised when I opened those up last night and I was feeling them and I'm like, oh my gosh, what is this residue that's on these? And we went and looked it up and we're like, oh wow, it's because they're a little older and they were sitting in a box for a really long time. So, oh no, are Funko Pops really getting thrown in mass quantities in dumpsters? Oh no, that's terrible. Oh no, jeez. Yeah, no, it is very true. The Nendoroid versus Funko debate is a hole with no bottom. This is very true. Oh gosh, my favorite Nendoroid? Oh gosh, that's a good question. I really love the Yuru Camp Nendoroids. I have multiple of them. Nadeshiko is my favorite, so I have a ton of her. I actually have one that's just sitting in my office. I have to stop myself from buying them whenever I see it because I just want more. Recently, though, we ended up grabbing Dizzy and... oh, my mind is going blank. Yeah, we picked up Dizzy from Guilty Gear, and she's incredible. Like, her wings look so good. And Ram is the other one that we picked up. Ram is very impressive from Guilty Gear Strive. She looks very, very, very good. She's got these gigantic swords that go on the side and is very impressive looking. Like, she's like a centerpiece model. It's absolutely fantastic. And yeah, no, Nadeshiko's VA is the same as Hoshino. I absolutely adore her. Yes, so I have a whole shelf that's just dedicated to Hatsune Miku. That's another one. I have to be careful. When I see Hatsune Miku Nendoroids, I tend to buy them. So I have told myself I cannot buy any more. I need to just keep the ones that I currently have because I have one shelf that is just like this gigantic, I'm trying to remember which year that was. I feel like it was 2020 Snow Miku. It was whichever year she was this really gorgeous princess-looking character with this huge flowy dress. I ended up picking up like the big figure, like the 1/7 scale figure, as a birthday present Bear got for me. So I have her, and then I have, I think, like 5 other Hatsune Miku Nendoroids, which I took a lot of effort to find a lot of them. I don't even want to think about how expensive that collection is. It is a lot. It is many, many, many years of work and going to conventions and staking out online stores and finding whatever Nendoroids I can. Actually, a couple of years back, I think in 2019, we went to Anime NYC, which was super, super fun. I absolutely loved it. I would love to go back at some point. Yes, no, there was actually a Miku in Blue Archive. I'm hoping that she comes back around at some point, but yeah, it was extremely adorable. No, don't worry at all. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Thank you for hanging out. Yeah, so we went to Anime NYC in 2019, so before the sad pandemic times. And what we ended up doing is I knew that I was going to buy a bunch of things and prepared ahead of time. So we each had backpacks, our like carry-on suitcases, and then I checked a gigantic empty bag, and it was full when we came back from New York. So I might have to be more careful about that in the future. It was very difficult closing that suitcase, but I got a ton of I got a bunch of things. I got Nendoroids and figures. and a bunch of artwork, and I picked up a couple of stuffed animals. Honestly, the stuffed animals were probably the thing I shouldn't have grabbed. That was too much. My bag could not take the stuffed animals. Yeah, no, this is what I spend my disposable income from my full-time job on. I just save it up and then I go to anime conventions and spend a bunch of it buying a bunch of stuff. So oh my word. Yeah, no, it was a lot. Oh, excuse me. Let me have a drink real quick. Ooh, much better. Oh, I saw Isaac, you asked, what's Bear's must-have collectible? Oh, that's hard. He's really into Magic the Gathering, so, gosh, I'm trying to think. We've ended up buying a couple of cards over the years. He ended up getting the Junji Ito Secret Lair because he loved the artwork for that quite a bit, so we ended up picking that up, which was really awesome. Oh, yeah, as far as cosplaying, I have always wanted to cosplay, but I have just never gotten around to it. So at some point, I would absolutely love to cosplay. I think it would be extremely fun. Yeah, but it was really a fun trip just to go to New York. It was the first time I'd ever gone, and we just picked up a bunch of stuff and then came back with it. So, oh, you got the Blue Archive Miku by accident? Jeez. That ended up working out pretty well. I didn't quite have enough gems when she came through, which is a bummer because she's crazy cute. I actually will go and listen to the OST for her recollection library all the time because it's extremely adorable. The main Blue Archive YouTube channel just has an hour loop that you can listen to, so, ooh. I have only played Yu-Gi-Oh! A little bit. The one thing that I do have from Yu-Gi-Oh! Is Danger Tsuchinoko. I have a version of that that's framed because it is the funniest, most perfect card. So I have that framed and I've got that on my shelf. But besides that, I really like Flesh and Blood. That's something that we've been playing a lot recently. And the two of us, Bear and I, play a lot of Magic the Gathering. But we've also been supplementing that with Flesh and Blood recently, and it is extremely fun. Like, I really, really like that game. It's very different from Magic, but it's been really fun to play. It's it's been good. Yeah, no, I occasionally have people comment on my videos. They're like, Danger Tsuchinoko, and I'm like, yes, yes, this is very true. Yeah, I have been very briefly overseas. So actually, that's not even true. I lived overseas for a little bit. What am I talking about? That was a long time ago. I used to live in Germany for a while. And then I have also spent some time in like neighboring countries around Germany. So I've been to Poland and Austria and the Netherlands and France and Denmark. And then I have also gone up to Canada, which was very fun. Although I've heard that you all have an even worse time with housing than we do down south, which is no good. That's no good. I hope that all gets fixed because that is absurd. I'm trying to think where else I've gone. I have gone down to Mexico once. And I have gone to Costa Rica, which was fantastic. I went there, something that I did when I was a young snake in the underground, as the tunnels were pretty extensive. And I was able to get to Costa Rica at one point as part of a research project. So I spent a lot of time doing research in the rainforest and also did some research on the beach with, I think, oh gosh, what was it? Is it leatherback turtles? I think those are the absolutely gigantic ones. I was just kind of helping with some of that research. So I am blanking a little bit on what the turtles were called, but they were huge. They were like, Oh gosh, they were like almost 2 meters long and very grumpy as they were on the beach, and we were poking at them, just trying to measure them and see how they were doing. But yeah, at some point, I really, really, really want to go to Asia. Really, really badly. I want to go to Japan. I would love to go to South Korea. My understanding is that visiting China is a little tricky, so I don't know that I would necessarily go there, which is a bummer because I really, really love a bunch of Chinese food. Like Sichuanese cuisine is amazing, and I would die happy if I could have some like actual very authentic food. That would be amazing. I've had some opportunities to have that here where I live, but oh yeah. No, I think that would be fantastic. So, yeah, no, that would be good. And then I absolutely adore Indonesian food. I would love to visit Indonesia. I think that would be great. And of course, Australia and New Zealand, I've heard nothing but good things about. I think it would be super fun to go and visit. So yeah, lots of things that I hope to do at some point. But yeah, I see Isaac asking was that during the time discovering that crabs were jerks? Yes. That's so funny. I always, like, especially when you're streaming, there's certain stories that you tell and you're like, oh, good, I have already told that story about crabs. No, crabs are not great to each other. They are very, very mean. I did discover it was during my research days when I was working in a lab. That crabs are very horrible to each other and you. Like, if you try to touch them, they will try to grab your finger and hurt it very badly. They will pull limbs off of each other if you put them in the same container with each other. I don't understand why they cannot coexist, but yeah, crabs and lobsters do not get along very well with each other. So yeah. You know, I did live I guess I did kind of live in the lab, but I, for a portion of my young adult life, I was working in a lab, so, yep. But yes, I would love to come visit Asia. Yeah, no, I've heard the Philippines is in a pretty rough political spot right now. So I love the cuisine, but I am very aware that the country itself is struggling a lot. For those of you who live in the Philippines, I am extremely sorry that everything is going pretty nuts right now. I hope you all are staying safe and doing well, because it has been rough. Yeah. I really wish that wasn't the case, because I would love to come and visit there. I've heard that some parts of Indonesia occasionally have some issues, but I would still love to visit at some point. I think it would be fantastic, but oh gosh, I am so sorry. Yeah, I actually have some friends who, like some streaming friends who live in the Philippines, and they were asking a lot about how to move to a different country and like different you know, like procedures for getting into Canada and things like that. And so I tried to send them a lot of resources just to try and get out, because I feel really bad. I hate like being in a position where you want to help and you are just a person, and it is difficult to like lend a lot of aid to people. But yeah, like real talk, if you all are like looking at things like that, I can try to find some resources just to send to you all. I understand that it's very difficult, though, to immigrate to a new country, regardless of your situation. So, but yes, there are a lot of resources for things that you can look into if that's something that is an option. Oh, geez. Yeah, if you want more authentic Indonesian experiences, visit the capital, Jakarta, or the capital of the provinces. That's good to know. That's what I've been told whenever I've looked into things, is that I should go and check that out. Oh, yeah, no, I've heard that Bali is a little... I've heard that it has a lot of issues, and I've been advised not to go there, so I appreciate the confirmation on that, so... Oh my word. Yeah, I have only briefly been to Mexico. It's kind of rough. It was one of those like very touristy things too, where like, I don't know. I really don't know if I would call that like an authentic visit. Like, I feel like we were served a lot of like very Americanized things and were like catered to as Americans. And the whole time I'm like, this can't be. Like, I want to try actual Mexican food, please. It's very good. Please let me try that. I don't want a burger. I don't want this, please. Oh. Yeah, I unfortunately probably won't be able to visit China for many, many years until any political situations there are slightly more resolved, which is a bummer, but the area that I live in, we actually have some very, very good Sichuanese food, which is great. That's not always the case in certain parts of the country I live in, so... Ooh. But yeah, I saw some of y'all talking about Brazil. Brazil blows my mind because it's absolutely gigantic. Like, holy cow, Brazil is huge. There's a ton of people who live there and the landmass is absolutely gigantic. I actually haven't had the opportunity to try a lot of Brazilian food. I have heard it's very good though. I would love to try more. I just can't really get a lot of good Brazilian food in my neck of the woods, so, ooh, yeah. Brazil is huge, just like the statue. Yeah, every time that I look at like, numbers of like people living all over the world, it is pretty impressive. Like, so in China and India there are a ton of people, and then in Brazil there are a ton of people too. It is incredible. I kind of get frustrated sometimes online because I know a lot of things tend to be like very American centric. And I feel like it just kind of disregards a lot of other countries that exist and people that exist. Like, real talk, I think there's like less than 300 million people who live in the United States. And then like in a lot of European countries, you have like 80 to like 100 million in certain areas. But like there are like 1 billion people who live in China. Like, there are so many people. There are so many people in India. There are so many people who live in Indonesia and who live in Brazil and who live in all these other places. But yeah, just since English is kind of like the default online, I feel like there's this weird tendency of like, anytime I look for news and stuff, a lot of it tends to be very American centric. And so I kind of have to like go and hunt down news from other places. And I know a lot of that is because I live in the United States. So a lot of things online definitely try to cater to that. But oh, yeah, like Japan, Tokyo, I think still is the largest city on the planet. Like, there are so many people who live in Tokyo. It is crazy. Oh, thank you, Andy. That coat looks super cozy. Would you like to visit Japan someday? Also, any chance you've heard of Atelier Riza? I've heard different people pronounce it Riza as well. It might be Riza. I've said Riza a lot, but yeah, I would absolutely love to visit Japan. That is on my bucket list of places to go. And as far as Atelier games, I absolutely love Atelier Sophie. It is one of my favorite games. I tried Atelier Ryza. The combat was really different. I might have to get used to it. It was a little different from Sophie. It was kind of more like real time as opposed to turn-based stuff. I tend to like turn-based games quite a bit. Obviously with the exception of something like Monster Hunter, but yeah, I would absolutely love to visit Japan someday, and at some point I really should go back and try some of the other Atelier games because they're extremely adorable. All of the character designs are absolutely fantastic. Wait, do they really have an anime coming for Ryza? Holy cow, that's wild. Dang. Man, I love that they're making a lot of anime of different things. Like, they're making an anime of Blue Archive. Like, how cool is that? I am so excited. I feel like that's going to bring a bunch of people into the game and also make it so they'll make a ton of figures, which is excellent. I would love to have more Blue Archive figures. Like, I'm greedily eyeing all of those Nendoroids that are going to be coming out, so... And yes, no, you were correct. Junji Ito is absolutely up my alley with the beautifully drawn cosmic horror. I was actually kind of devastated that they tried to animate some of his works. I really feel like it was a disservice. At the same time, it's really difficult to animate something that is so lavishly drawn. But I don't know. I've heard some people liked the Junji Ito anime adaptation, and if you were one of those people, there's nothing wrong with that. I just personally watched it and just couldn't help comparing it to the manga over and over and over and thinking how it just couldn't possibly live up to that. Oh my word. Yeah, I am very curious what they're going to end up covering with Blue Archive. I feel like there's a lot that they could cover. Like they could maybe just do the Abydos story? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I think that it was a couple years ago that they did a Junji Ito animation, and it was... No, it was not my jam. I was really not a fan of how they did a lot of things. And it's kind of hard, right? Like, I feel like you would just have to spend so much time working on it that it would just be nuts. In contrast to that, a studio that did take a lot of time to adapt a work was Chainsaw Man. Oh my god, Chainsaw Man was amazing. Holy cow, that is one of the best looking things I have literally ever watched. I feel like they had a lot of discipline too with how they did scenes. It was kind of funny. I saw some people online that were talking about how like the fight scenes didn't last too long or they weren't hype enough. And I don't know. I feel like Chainsaw Man to me is a lot more of a contemplative piece. It's more just on like reflecting on the nature of being human and the different things that tie us to that. And at least for me, I felt like the anime hit that perfectly. So I really, really hope that they get cleared for another season because, dear God, that was one of the best things I have ever seen. They also had a new ED every single episode. Who does that? Who makes a new ED at the end of every episode? Honestly, it made me kind of worried for their staff that, like, they were running them into the ground, so I am worried for them. I hope that they are doing well, that they are being paid well. I fear that they are not, but at the same time, they have done amazing work, and I hope that they will be fairly compensated for that. Oh my word. Yeah, I think the Eden Treaty would be pretty cool if they ended up doing, but like, just for my lore archive stuff alone, I feel like it would be really, really long just to adapt that. So I suspect they'll be doing something else, or they could just make something totally new. Like, I don't know. They could just do a story that they haven't told before. That would be pretty wild if they ended up doing it. Yeah, I'm curious how they're going to portray Sensei. It's been very ambiguous in the game. Like, they've been very good about always referring to Sensei with like non-gendered pronouns and like making it like up to you. Like, if you want to have Sensei be male or female. But I kind of feel like they're gonna have to pick one for the anime. Either that or just tell a story totally isolated from Sensei, which would be kind of wild. So I am very curious how that's going to go. Oh, I heard about that with Arknights. I actually did watch one episode of that. I thought that was excellent. They did a really good job with the tone of that. The doctor was very ambiguous. Like, the voice was like somewhat like low female, but it was very good. It was very androgynous. I thought that was excellent. I'm a little worried that Blue Archive is just gonna go like full like, nah, nah, Sensei's just a dude. And that's okay, but I don't know. I think it'd be nice if it was ambiguous. Yeah, no, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you. You all have been so sweet. I really appreciate you stopping by and hanging out and everything. Oh, yes, no, that is true. Sensei is very keen on making Sensei a doofus. This is true. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, I am curious how they're gonna do stuff. I feel like sometimes it feels like they're leaning male with certain things, but you could still just read it as like Sensei just being an adult and like the students being like, what are you doing here? But yeah, the thing I really liked, I actually think it was in the most recent rerun event that they did with Shun, where they ended up having a particular section where like you could answer like, oh, like I'll be your like older brother for today, or I'll be your older sister for today. And I loved that. That made me so happy that they put that in the game. Oh my word. Oh my gosh. That's extremely nice of you, Rogue Robin. Yeah, I hope that you all don't feel obligated at all to join membership or gift memberships. That is extremely kind of you, though. Thank you. It's extremely kind of you all for joining. It's extremely nice. Thank you. Actually, let me go check. I'm gonna go see real quick to see. I think there was only one emote that it wouldn't let me upload yet, so. Yes, get a good night's sleep. Thank you so much for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna go check real quick. No, not yet. Okay, that's all good. Oh, yeah, I'm extremely excited to see what they end up doing. I have just absolutely loved the little animations that they've done. I'm curious if it's gonna be in-house animation, because that's kind of what they've done up to this point, or if they're going to contract that out to someone else. I almost want them to contract it out simply because I feel like the Blue Archive staff has enough on their plate already. So I'm kind of hoping that they'll be able to like take a rest from that and have someone else working on the actual animation. So, oh, yeah. No, I have seen the Japanese Arona drawing. I actually... It's so stupid. But the first time I saw that, I was like, no, come on. Keep it androgynous, because it is very male looking. But at the same time, it's not a big deal. I can still play the game and it's fine. I always just like it when in the game it's like fairly ambiguous. Like you can play it and be the sensei that you want to be. So oh my word. Can you imagine if Mappa was the one to animate it? I would die happy. Oh my god. That Mappa is on fire right now. Holy cow. Everything they're making is so good. They made Tondemo's skill this season. Oh my god. Hey, that looked amazing. Like, it's just a show about a dude who is isekai'd to another world, and he makes a lot of food for a wolf god and an adorable talking slime. And the food looks amazing, and the animation looks amazing, and everything is so good. Oh my word. And thank you. My outfit is extremely comfy. I am so glad that I was able to find this. Yeah, no, I am obsessed with Tondemo's skill. It is so good. I am devastated that it's going to be ending in a week. It has been amazing. On a similar note, Handyman Saito this season, holy cow, that anime has made me cry multiple times. I thought it was just going to be a really chill, like more slice of life anime about an isekai. No, it hurts in a good way. Like, I cried a lot watching a few of those episodes. It was very cathartic at a couple of points too. Like, there were some resolutions that were very well earned, and I cried watching it. So yeah, Handyman Saito, very good. Would recommend. also has some of the most badass fighting scenes that I have seen in a while, like totally out of nowhere, which is amazing. Yeah, it's called Handyman Saito. Saito is Saitou. It is spectacular. Yeah, I tend to cry on both. I will cry if it is a sad moment and a happy moment, of which there were both in this anime. So, yes. Oh, yes, thank you, Isaac. Handyman Saito in Another World. It starts off kind of as a slow burn, like they're establishing a lot of the characters and like you get to know everyone and everyone's personalities, and like it's really funny at first. Like I think the first 3 or 4 episodes are very adorable and just cozy and funny. And then you hit like episode 5 and 6 and they really start ramping off a cliff with the emotions. And then like episodes 7 through 9, I was just crying a lot. And the most recent episodes have been some of the most hype stuff I've watched in a while. So I would recommend highly. Yeah, I also agree. The studio who did Precon Season 2, dear God, if they picked up Blue Archive, that would also be fantastic. I really liked Precon Season 1, but Season 2 was amazing. The fight scenes were fantastic. The characters looked so good. They did such a good job with tone, and I also cried at the ending of that. Yeah. It was extremely good. I actually, speaking of Nendoroids, I got a couple of those for Christmas. Bear bought me a couple of Nendoroids from Precon, which made me very happy. They were very difficult to get a hold of, so... Yeah, as far as any upcoming anime, oh gosh, Bear and I actually do this thing where before every season we go to a website called Live Chart, and you can look up all of the anime that's going to be coming out. Technically, I guess we could go to Mal as well, my anime list, but I kind of like the way that Live Chart sets stuff up as far as previews, so... we actually went and checked out Live Chart last night just to go and see what anime was coming up, and Konosuba is coming back. That is the most hype thing. I am so excited. It has been so many years, which blows my mind because that series just prints money. I don't understand why it has taken so long to get another Konosuba anime. But it's here, it's coming back, and we're getting 2 of them. The one that's coming next season, I think is like a prequel. It's back when they're back in their school days. Megumin and her sister are kind of the highlight of the story, so I'm very excited for that. And then there will be like a Konosuba Konosuba Season 3. Got a little tongue-tied there. Yeah, Season 3 will be happening at some point this year as well, which is fantastic. Yeah, no, I actually could make a video about what I'll be watching each season. In fact, if y'all want, give me 1 second. I could even talk about some of that now since we're kind of wrapping up here. With this season. Give me 1 sec. Let me go look up Live Chart. Ooh. Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure I did say Susan. Live Chart. Give me... Yeah, let's go take a look. Yeah, I also saw yesterday that ReZero is getting a Season 3. I wanted to cry. I'm so happy. I love ReZero so much. It's one of those shows that's like painful to watch, but like a good pain. Like it's worth it. Like you come away, I don't know, like more fulfilled, and it is excellent the way that it is written. So I am extremely excited that that is coming back. Yeah, let me go see. You can't wait to see the newest addition to the Konosuba team, Susan. Yes, no, every character is fantastic. Okay, let's go see. Yeah, let's go winter 2023. Okay. Yeah, let me pull this up. So, yeah, I'm just taking a look at this here. Yeah, what all did I watch this season? I tend to watch everything, at least like 1 to 3 episodes. And then the shows that I really like, I'll continue watching. Let's take a look. Oh yeah, Beaufry. I I love Beaufry a lot. So I've been watching that this season. That was kind of a bummer. A bunch of their staff got COVID, so they had to go on hiatus for a little bit. But yeah, they've finally come back and they're finishing that. So let me see. So I really liked Beaufry this season. Tondemo's skill was excellent. Oh my gosh. Hey, the animation for Tomo-chan was spectacular. I really liked the manga when I first read it. So when I heard that it was being adapted, I was kind of like cautiously optimistic that it was going to be good. But they've knocked it out of the park. Rie Takahashi, the same VA who does Emilia and Megumin and a bunch of other fantastic voices, she is the voice of Tomo, and she just kills it. She is perfect, absolutely perfect. I cannot believe how perfectly she has embodied this character. It's a very, very good, wholesome show. I think that Tomo-chan has been just fantastically animated. Like, all of the characters have been done really well. I feel like they're really hitting like the final arc really well. The final episode is going to be next week. But yeah, I think that the story is, without getting into spoilers, it's really nice insofar as like being okay with being yourself. It's just a really nice message for people that like you don't have to fit particular roles. You can just be you, which I think is awesome. So yeah, I absolutely have adored that. If you haven't watched Tomo, it's very funny, it's very wholesome, and I absolutely love the characters. So yeah, no, I thought that it was going to be done, but I was thinking to myself that there's a little bit still left in the manga that they haven't covered. They are adapting the entirety of the manga, so this season is it. Like, it's an entirely self-contained season, so there won't ever be like a season 2 or anything. It's just this. So yeah, if you haven't watched Tomo-chan, I would highly suggest that. Wait, my alerts are finally working. I'm sorry for all of you who joined earlier. I made a bunch of really cute alerts to pop up when memberships started, but they kind of only just started working. I'm gonna have to troubleshoot that to figure out what's going on. I'm so sorry. I will try to figure out what's going on with that. When it didn't pop up initially, I'm like, all right, well, guess the alerts, it didn't end up working, but I'm glad that actually worked that time. That's good. Yeah, no, you all are extremely sweet. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I'm going to not think about how generous you all have been. I don't want to cry on stream. That's extremely nice of you. Thank you. I say that. I'm probably going to end up crying on stream as we're making our way through some of these games that I've got planned. Oh my gosh, and that's it. That was what we needed. Okay, I'm adding the last emote. Oh my god. That is actually crazy. Holy cow. Thank you all. Oh my god. Okay, let me add the last emote. Notes. Alrighty. Let's go. Yes, no, I agree. Gundo is fantastic from Tomo-chan. She is... Oh god. Everyone has been fantastic. Interestingly, the voice actress for Carol, I can't remember if she is Japanese American or if she just lived in the US for a little bit, but she is fluent in English and Japanese. So she is the voice actress for Carol in the Japanese and the English dub. So that is why, if you listen to the English dub, that's why Carol's voice is extremely good. because it's this voice actress who's doing the same character on both sides. So, oh yes, I know there's so many names. Ah, it's so nice. Oh my word. Yeah, no, I need to get a head pat emote prepared. I need to do that and a laughing emote. Yeah, no, I was pretty impressed with the localization. I tend to watch Japanese dubs, but like I don't really have anything against English dubs. I kind of think the biggest thing for me is that the way that a lot of English dubs are produced is a little less conducive to like some of the dialogue in anime. So a lot of things that they do for Japanese voice actors and actresses is they all record in the same room. So like if you have multiple characters in a scene, they will all be standing in the same room together. So it's much easier to bounce off of each other, and you can hear the lines that people are doing, and you can do... Andy, that's so nice of you. Thank you. Oh my word. Oh, please don't overextend yourselves with that. Oh, the alerts are so cute. Oh my word. I'm being quiet for a minute so you can hear these. Oh my word. Irashai. Yeah, I set up a lot of Blue Archive emotes for, or excuse me, Blue Archive alerts for everything. I went and recorded a bunch of lines from my particular file just to make it so it would work. So, oh my word, that's very nice of you, Andy. Please don't overextend yourself. That's so kind of you. Thank you all. No, I wish that I voiced all that off myself. I am not that talented with voice acting. But no, so I went into Blue Archive and I just recorded voice lines. So I think for the member alerts, I have Hoshino, I have Haruna, and I have, I think it's Momoka from the General Student Council. I've got all of them are the like member alerts. And then for super chats, I've got a couple of different ones as well. I've got Hifumi, and I've got Serika, and I've got Ui are the ones, so. Oh, that's actually true. I should have just gone to the Blue Archive wiki. Oh my word. Oh, that is so kind of you. Thank you. Oh my gosh, you all are too sweet, seriously. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, I should have gone to check out the Blue Archive wiki. It's kind of my go-to for a lot of stuff. Whenever I'm looking through and getting different images and things like that. So, I should have checked. I did not think to check the voice line section. But thank you. In case I have any other alerts, I can always go there. Oh my word. Oh. All right, Irashai. Oh my word. Thank you all. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna get back on track. I was talking about this season's anime with you all. Gosh, thank you all. That's extremely nice. Thank you. Thank you. I'm really glad that you all have enjoyed my content and are like here to hang out. It means a lot. Thank you. Oh my word. Yeah, let me go see. As far as other anime that came out this season, I really love Iruma-kun. So season 3 was wonderful. I adored it. I also teared up multiple times during it. Oh, actually, that's a good shout out. Aruji Dono. That's a good one. Oh gosh. Y'all are just gifting memberships left and right. Thank you. Oh my word. Yeah, as far as idol anime, I was really, really into Shine Post. I think that was in fall 2022. It was that season. I was obsessed with Shine Post. It was extremely good. The animation was absurd. The songs were really fun. I felt like the story was really poignant. So if you're someone who likes idol anime, I would highly suggest Shine Post. I feel like flew under the radar for a lot of Western audiences. But I know it was pretty popular when it came out in Japan, so yeah, I would highly recommend Shine Post. I haven't watched too much Love Live or D4DJ, but I really should check it out. Nope, I have watched Mob Psycho. It is incredible. Oh my god, if you haven't watched Mob Psycho, you should watch Mob Psycho. Oh my god, it's amazing. It's one of the best things I have ever watched. It is unreal. Mob Psycho is so good. I feel like I'm just saying over and over that everything makes me cry. It's pretty on point. But yeah, Mob Psycho is incredible. There are 3 seasons of it. My favorite season is season 2, but season 3 is also very good. Oh my gosh, it is good. It is complete now as well. So if you don't want to like wait for cliffhangers and stuff, the entire series is now completely released. So the manga is good. The anime is very, very good. They did a very good job animating a lot of things. So yeah, I would highly recommend that. Oh, do you plan on tackling One Piece? Yes. Yes, that is a plan. Bear and I are going to try and do that this year because I very badly want to watch One Piece Red, the film that came out that had Ado featured prominently as the musical artist. But I kind of need to like watch a lot of One Piece. I made it through, I think like 160 episodes. But yeah, there's like 1,000 of them. So I'm gonna go back and actually try to tackle that at some point. So, oh yeah, no, Ado is unreal. Oh my god, I can't believe, I think she's like what, like 20 or something? Good god, that girl can sing. Holy cow, her voice is so good. Holy cow. I actually like, I get a little emotional sometimes listening to her songs. It's just like, she's a god. She is unbelievable. Yeah, I would, yeah, I don't know. At some point I would love to like get more of her soundtracks. Like a lot of it's on Spotify, mercifully, but yeah, she is unbelievable with her singing. And I've listened to the Red soundtrack multiple times, even though I haven't seen the movie yet. And I'm going to tackle One Piece because I am going to watch that movie and it is going to make sense. I am not going to just go and check out One Piece Red without knowing what it is about, because I feel that would be a little sad. So, oh, that's the thing though. If anyone has gone and done that, I do not fault you for it. Otto's singing is extremely good, so... Yeah, I don't understand why they removed a bunch of the Blue Archive OSTs from Spotify. I was really hoping that they were going to have more there, because Spotify's sound quality is a lot better than YouTube's. Like, YouTube does a lot of crunching on sound. It's a little bit less apparent, like, when people are talking, but when people are singing, like... it's just only a fraction of what they actually sound like. Obviously, YouTube is totally fine for listening to music, but if you do want like next level stuff that actually sounds a little bit more like how it was when it was recorded, like Spotify is definitely a good step up. There's a lot of other things like Tidal and things like that that are like actually really good sound quality, but like for your average user, Spotify is just fine. I don't know. I feel kind of bad talking about Spotify. It's one of those, like, unfortunate evils that I wish didn't corner so much of the market, and I wish wasn't, like, so ubiquitous with everything, like podcasts and things like that. But, yeah, it's, I don't know. They do have a very big catalog, and they do have pretty good sound quality, so... Oh... Yep. Before I forget, I'm going to quickly go over some of the other anime that I watched this season that I would recommend. But yes, no, I am quite excited for Suzume coming out from Makoto Shinkai. I've really liked his films. Actually, I have some mixed feelings about Weathering with You. I think that the animation was amazing, but it did have some big, to put it bluntly, Weathering with You had a little bit of the big boomer energy, a little bit. I don't really want to spoil too much, but the central premise of the film is very allegorical for global warming, and the perspective that Makoto Shinkai has on it, I think, is a little... I don't know. It doesn't really take into account that, like, it's not very easy for people to just, like, pack up their stuff and move away from a place that is affected by climate change. I feel like it is a very real fear that places like Tokyo and other, like, low elevation cities that are really close to the ocean would be at risk of flooding and other things. And it is very hard to, like, pick up your stuff and move somewhere else. Like, it's a big barrier for a lot of people. Like, I see a lot of people talking about, like, well, why don't people just move away from the coast if they're getting a lot of hurricanes and, like, other tornadoes and things like that, or flooding? It's really hard. It's really expensive to move, and so it's just not the most realistic solution. But, okay, political things aside, the animation of Weathering with You is excellent, and the voice acting, as always, is excellent, and everything is fantastic, so... yeah, I just had some issues with some of the premise. It also kind of highlights some very vulnerable young people, and I was a little unsatisfied with how a lot of that was resolved, because, like, that's a pretty real thing when, like, young people don't have a support system that they can lean on, and they are trying to fend for themselves. I was really hoping for more with that, but... Anyway, I'm gonna stop talking about my opinions on Weathering with You, but that is fantastic to hear. I will absolutely check out Suzume because, yeah, I have really liked his other films quite a bit. I did like Weathering with You as well, so I will check out Suzume. Oh my gosh. I have not watched 5 centimeters per second, specifically because I know I will be a sobbing wreck if I do. I have heard enough about it to know that I will be, like, like, laid out in bed crying if I watch 5 centimeters per second. So at some point, I will definitely tackle it. But yeah, no, I've heard it's extremely sad. It's kind of like Grave of the Fireflies. I have never watched that because I feel like it will slay me. I feel like I will just be dead crying, so... Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, A Silent Voice is incredible. Oh my gosh. That is such a good film. That, yeah. Extremely good. I would highly recommend that. Oh my gosh, I keep getting distracted. You all have some fantastic anime recommendations. Yeah, no, I saw that Re:Zero was getting a 3rd season. I'm so excited. Oh, don't you worry. Don't you worry. I did watch Violet Evergarden as it was airing. So I didn't have any preparation for how much it was gonna make me cry. Oh my gosh, I was a sobbing mess throughout Violet Evergarden. Oh my gosh, that was so beautiful. Oh my word. Oh, yeah, no, it was extremely good. I'm looking over this anime list right now just to see if there's anything else that I really loved this season. Because I did watch a bunch of stuff. Let me see. Little Witch Academia! Oh my gosh, Little Witch Academia is so good! Oh my god, I absolutely love that anime. That one's an interesting one because, so it's made by Trigger, the same people who did Kill la Kill and a bunch of other really gorgeous anime, like very stylish anime. In fact, they also did, a lot of people probably know the recent Edge Runners anime that they ended up doing. But yeah, they made Little Witch Academia, which is an original property, and it is wonderful, absolutely wonderful. The original concept for it was just made into like a really long, I guess like short film. I don't know if it's still only on Netflix, but I'm pretty sure you can watch it elsewhere too. But yeah, Little Witch Academia is excellent. There are two kind of like movie length things. The original I think is like my absolute favorite, but then there's an entire anime season as well that I thought was really good. So yes, no, I did watch Edge Runners. Oh my gosh. Trigger kind of killed it with the animation there. The only like very, very minor nitpick I had with it is I felt like the fight scenes were almost like too manic. It was actually weirdly difficult to follow some of the action. They leaned really hard into making everything really stylized, and weirdly enough, it was kind of difficult to like tell what was happening all the time. It was almost like over the top violent too. But oh my gosh, their emotional beats were perfect. I was stunned. That was, Sora Yori Boat. Let me look that up real quick. Ooh, let me see. Oh, A Place Further Than the Universe. Oh my god, yes. Oh my god, I love that. I love it. I love it. It is so good. I also cried a bunch throughout that. Wow, I can't believe I didn't recognize the Japanese name for that right off the bat. Yeah, no, A Place Further Than the Universe is such a wonderful story about a bunch of girls going to Antarctica, and it is unbelievable. It is so good. I would highly recommend it. Yeah, no, it's very well animated. It's very poignant. It is excellent. Yeah, no, for real, you can't finish that. You're gonna be down for a week. I feel that in my bones. Oh my word. Yeah, let me go see other anime from this season that I would recommend. Yeah, I think I kind of hit the big ones. So Tondemo's skill was really good. Iruma was good. And again, this is just me personally. Like, I know a bunch of people were talking about a bunch of other shows that were all excellent as well. But yeah, I really liked Saito and Tomo-chan and Bofuri. Bofuri is really funny. It's one of those where like the game design of like this game in the anime is like very questionable. Like the characters are able to get these kind of insane abilities really easily. And that's kind of the whole gimmick, is the main character just keeps doing wild stuff that the developers don't plan for. And she ends up becoming this absurd, like, multi-skill monstrosity that just, like, steamrolls through the game in ways that the developers didn't anticipate. But yeah, I really enjoy Bofuri. It's really cute. It's, like, very relaxing to watch. The characters are all really fun. I love the mascots to death. But yes, Iruma is very, very good. It's one of those things that snuck up on me where I didn't anticipate that it was going to be so insanely wholesome, but yeah, it is very, very good. I would highly recommend it. But yeah, let me move on to stuff I'm excited about for next season. So yeah, I talked about how I am beyond hyped for Konosuba with Megumin's story. I cannot believe that it's finally coming back. I'm so happy. So yeah, that's gonna be excellent. I'm very excited for Konosuba. Let's see, other stuff. Oh yeah, Mashle. I actually don't know how to pronounce that. I think it's Mashle. It's Mashle. Might be Mashal as well, but I feel like it would be Mashle. That one is hyped to hell and gone. I am very excited for that. So it is Mashle, magic, and muscles. And the premise is that it is a character who does not have any magic going to a magical school and trying to make it so people don't know that he can't use magic. He's just like extremely strong. And so all of these like superhuman feats he can pull off he's just doing because he's just ripped. But people think it's because he can do like magic, so yeah, I am extremely excited that that is getting animated. It's A1 Pictures, so they have some things that have looked really good and some things that have been kind of a bit of a miss. So I don't know, I'm really hoping that they nail it with the animation because I feel like it could be spectacular if they nail it. So yeah, so I'm very excited for that. I am excited for Oshinoko. Oshinoko is written by the same person who did Kaguya-sama. It's one of their other big properties, and one of the main characters is going to be voiced by Rie Takahashi. Another another one of her crazy roles. She is the voice of Emilia and Megumin and Tomo-chan and a bunch of other characters. And yeah, she's going to be in Oshinoko. Legit, when I heard she was going to be in it, I'm like, all right, I'm watching that. I don't even know much about it. I haven't read the manga, but I'm watching that. She is just such a spectacular voice actress. Oh, I have not watched 86. I feel like it would be right up my alley, though. I have heard a lot about it. I need to sit down and watch it. It's another one of those that I'm kind of like scared of watching because I feel like I'm gonna cry a lot watching it, but I have heard it is excellent. So yes, I thank you for the reminder. I need to check that out. Yep, I have heard I have heard a lot of things. I am very excited for Oshinoko. Besides that, oh, there's a Mappa anime that is coming out. The English name is Hell's Paradise. The Japanese name is Jigo Kuraku. At some point, Bear and I watched the trailer for this and were totally sold. It looks incredible. It's sort of like a bit of a period piece, but it looks like it's going to be excellently animated. It looks like it will be a really interesting story, so I am super, super, super excited. I say period piece, I'm pretty sure that there's a little bit of like the supernatural stuff going on too, but yeah, no, I am extremely excited for Hell's Paradise. That looks absolutely fantastic. Besides that, let me go, I'm looking through. Oh, that's right! Boku no Kokoro! Oh my gosh! So The Dangers in My Heart is what this is called in English. The full Japanese name is Boku no Kokoro no Yabayatsu, and it is one of my favorite mangas that I've been reading for a long time. It is insanely adorable. It is, yeah, Boku no Kokoro. No, it is not Boku no Pico. No. No, different anime. Very different. But yeah, The Dangers in My Heart is excellent. It's about a very reclusive high schooler who... Actually, hold on. Are they in high school? They might be middle schoolers, actually. This really reclusive middle schooler who really struggles to make friends, and he ends up getting swept up by this very friendly, popular girl who feels very restrained by like the position that she's been in. Like, she's a very friendly person, but she always comes to the library where he's studying and will hang out and eat snacks and get to know him, and it's extremely cute. I love the manga. It's one of those where the plot actually progresses, which is very nice. I feel like that's very uncommon for things in this genre. So yeah, I would say that Boku no Kokoro, The Dangers in My Heart, is very good, and I'm very excited for it. I've seen some of the trailers so far, and it seems like they're nailing it with the characters, like the voice acting, and with the animation. I'm very excited with it, so... No, I have not been keeping up with Vinland Saga. I need to go and catch up. But I know there's more of that that's coming out. I need to go and do it. Also, yeah, there's actually a couple of things that are on this list that I need to go and catch up on. this sounds really crazy, but I've never watched Attack on Titan. It came out at a time when I was really busy with like my real life job, and I wasn't really watching a lot of anime at the time. And it's got so many seasons now that I'm really gonna have to go back and actually like check it out. It's kind of like One Piece, where like if you don't like pick it up when it first comes out, there's kind of a big barrier to entry to hop on that. So welcome. Okay, good. I'm glad that Vinland can be binged. That's good. You know, I should check out Attack on Titan. Here's the thing. I know a lot of people have very strong opinions both ways. Some people do not like Attack on Titan. Some people do like Attack on Titan. But I feel like I should still check it out. I know that there's a lot of stuff that goes down, especially in later seasons, which is controversial. I have seen the discussions from people talking about the ending. I know some of the things because I feel like spoilers are kind of all over the place, but yeah, no, thank you. You're not late at all. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Yeah, no, I've heard a lot of different things, so yeah. But yeah, let me go see. Give me one sec. Oh, sorry. Give me 1 second here. Alrighty. I'm gonna go take a look through Freeren. Ooh, I should look that up. Give me 1 second. I'm typing that in. Beyond Journey's End. Oh, this looks really cool. Ooh, I should check this out. How have I not heard of this before? Ooh, okay. Ah, I love good recommendations. Awesome, I'm gonna check this out. Thank you. Ooh, this looks amazing. All right, thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. Yeah, let me go see. So other stuff, yeah, Oshinoko. Super excited for. Let me go. I'm looking through some of the other anime that's coming out. Hey, here's the thing. There's a lot of anime that I'm totally gonna watch anyway. Okay, so this one's kind of a dumb one. I'm sure it's going to be a little, I don't want to call it trashy, but it's going to be like one of those anime that I watch not expecting too much of it. But Otaku Elf, I am I am kind of excited about. It looks very adorable. It's a shrine maiden who like ends up also looking after this ancient elf attendant who is just a gigantic otaku, and so in addition to having to look after the shrine, she's looking after this rather silly elf as well. And yeah, it looks awesome. I feel like it's gonna be right up my alley. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to that. Yes, no, guilty pleasure anime are the best kind. Oh no, will Frieren make me cry? Oh, it's fine, it's fine. I'm okay with crying. It's just certain anime I know are just gonna absolutely slay me, and so I've just been like putting them off. haven't always checked some of them out, but yeah, no, I appreciate the recommendations. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, besides that, yeah, there's kind of just a lot of other ones that I'm looking forward to. I'm not sure if there's any others that I would necessarily vouch for right now, just more things I'm kind of interested in. There is an anime called My Clueless First Friend that looks really cute about elementary school kids kind of like growing up and dealing with the complications of making friends and dealing with anxiety and things like that. And yeah, it looks really cute. I like the art style a lot for it, so I'm definitely gonna check it out. I don't know if it will like be well animated or anything, but I'm extremely excited just to check it out. So, Besides that, as far as other guilty pleasures are concerned, Too Cute Crisis or Kawaii Crisis looks like it's going to be hysterical. It's about an alien that's coming to Earth that was supposed to destroy it, but they end up discovering cats, and they love cats, so... I don't know, that seems like it'll be quite funny to watch. Oh, thank you, yes, hydration time. Give me a second. Whew. Thank you for the reminder. I need to do better about remembering to drink. Yeah, as far as clubs, that was kind of a tricky thing. At one point I thought about like showing off my club code in case you all wanted to join, but like I can only have 30 people in it, and I feel like that would be really sad if like certain people are able to hop on fast and other people aren't. So what I've tried to do instead as a compromise, which I also think is just helpful for people in general, is if you are interested in like having other people like as friends or in your clubs, you should definitely go and check out my Discord. We've got a whole friend code channel that you can like exchange codes with people. And there's some very high level players who have dropped some of their codes there. So yeah. I could definitely look into the club for membership. I do suspect though that there still might be too many people for it, but I will look into it because I would hate to exclude people if they hop on too late. It's the only thing I'm worried about, but yeah, at least with friends, I could probably do that too. I'll have to look into it, but yeah, I appreciate you asking about that. Yeah, I know, 30 is such a small limit. $100 tier, dear God, no, that's so much money. No, that would be so much. Yeah, no, I think the club would fill up too quickly, unfortunately, which is a bummer. Actually, I am gonna hit up some of y'all in the Discord soon because I really want to learn how to use I think it's like BlueStacks is one of them, or LD9 is another one. It's something where I could run Blue Archive actually on my computer, which would mean I could stream it, which would be awesome. I've heard that some other streamers, that's how they stream Blue Archive, is that they use like, I don't know if it's like an emulator or something, but yeah, it's just something that you'd like set up on your desktop, and then I could like very easily add that as a source to OBS, so. Okay, cool. Yeah, I will ask you all for some advice on how to set those up, so. Yeah, I've heard conflicting things. I've heard some people suggest BlueStacks and some people suggest LD9. From what I understand, what it is, as far as like an emulator, quote unquote, is it's just running like a virtual Android phone. So that's how you're actually able to play it on your PC. But from what I understand, I should be able to log in with my usual like Nexon account, right? Like if I can do that, then that's perfect, because I would hate to like start a new account. Like I have a bunch of stuff on my current account, which I think would be really fun just to play. But yeah, if I can get that figured out before next week, my hope, fingers crossed, is that I could maybe stream this next event, which would be pretty cool. Since that's coming on Tuesday, I could stream it on Wednesday, giving some people some time just to like play a little bit of it. And then what I would probably do is just play through the event on stream. I would play through the story and like play through some of the like missions and things like that. So yeah, if I can figure out how to get that to work, I'll do that from there. Oh, welcome, Topri. Oh, okay. If I have a higher end PC, BlueStacks is the most stable. I have kind of like my PC is okay. I can always try BlueStacks just to see if that ends up working. Cause yeah, I would love to do that. Yeah, I'm actually saving my gems for when Sports Yuka comes around. So it wouldn't be a gacha stream, but it would be playing through the event and like giving my thoughts on like how to get through some of the challenges and things like that. I say that like I actually have a lot of know-how for some of the challenges. Some of those are really difficult. Really, really difficult. Yeah, it's hard. There's a lot of good characters who show up and yeah, you just end up wanting to grab all of them. And it's very difficult. Oh my word. Oh, is it Ramadan right now? Gosh, my knowledge of different holidays is terrible. Like, on everything. Like, whenever, like, Thanksgiving and other things sneak up on my side, like, I never realize that it's coming up. Oh, if it's Ramadan, I hope that you all are doing well. If I'm trying to remember, is Ramadan where you have to fast for huge portions of the day? Like, you can't eat when the sun is up, but you can eat when the sun is down? I know that there's another, it's not Ramadan, but there's another holiday. And I can't remember if Ramadan is the one where you end up fasting for a while. Okay. Awesome, my memory is correct. Oh, man, I commend you all for that. That's a lot. That's a lot to fast during the day. Do you at least get to catch up a little bit when the sun goes down? I hope that you're able to get at least a little bit of food once once the sun has actually left. I'm looking back over this anime list, and I think that I've gone over all the ones I'm the most excited for, but there's a ton of other things that I'm very excited for that are going to be coming up here. Oh, gosh, thank you all so much for joining the membership. That has been extremely kind of you all. Oh, okay, good. So when the sun goes down, you're free to eat and drink again. You eat a ton. Okay, good. That's perfect. Yeah, I had some very good friends who were Muslim, and whenever Ramadan would happen, I felt so bad if we would be at school and I would be eating lunch and I'm just like, I'm so sorry. I know you have to wait until later. Oh my word. Yeah. Woo. Oh, yeah, so from Isaac, I just remembered, gotta ask, have you had Tsubaki in the cafe and had her talk about having a funny dream? She's super energetic and it's such an amazing change to her personality. No, I should check that out. That's adorable. Oh my word, that's fantastic. God, I love the cafe interactions so much. You know, the one thing I'm kind of bummed out about is that they don't have, like, text over, like, when you level up friendship and things like that. My Japanese is okay, but it's not amazing. And so there's certain words that I miss that they're saying, and I'm like, no, I want to know what they said. That's so adorable. Oh, yeah, no, I'm blown away that we're going to be having, like, a bunch of fun events are going to be coming back around again, and we've also got, like, I'm very excited for the sports day stuff. Oh, if you haven't checked it out, there was a really long Blue Archive live stream that happened, I think, yesterday or the day before. I would definitely suggest skipping around through it. Like, you don't have to watch the entire thing, but there's certain sections where the developers are talking, and it's really fascinating hearing them talk about their different thoughts for designing characters. They actually went into some of their process with the sports event, where the way that they normally do things is that they will prepare for an event, like, ahead of time and, like, get all of the beats figured out and figure out, like, which characters are going to be in it, and then they will pass it along to their primary illustrator, who's the person who does all of those absolutely gorgeous illustrations that you see for the game. Like, all of the stuff that's in the PVs and stuff like that is this artist. And they actually did it in reverse, apparently. So for the first anniversary in the Japanese server, they wanted to put together, like, all of the different things that had happened over the year in that first anniversary PV. And they gave the illustrator the go-ahead to draw what they would imagine, like, a sports event would look like for Blue Archive. And the artist just went totally crazy with it, like, got super into drawing all of the characters, drew, like, ooh, welcome. Oh, thank you so much for the gifted memberships. Good grief. You all are so sweet. Oh, my word. Oh, yeah. So it was really impressive just to learn that the way that they ended up doing the sports event is they kind of knew that they wanted to do a sports event, but they didn't really have like a clear idea of like who all would be hosting it and which characters would be involved. But they saw all of the illustrations that this artist had done for them for the first anniversary PV, and they're like, okay, we're doing it. This is official now. Like we're having these characters in this particular circumstance. It's going to be hosted by Millennium, and these are going to be like the big things here. So yeah, I thought that was good. It also kind of worked out nicely because Trinity and Gehenna are pretty prominently featured in a lot of the rest of the story, but Millennium is another gigantic school. Like, it's just as big as the other two, so, oh my gosh. I don't know if that picked up on the mic. That was like a motorcycle that just went by. Good grief. That was a lot. It was very loud. Yeah, so the actual sports day event was spawned from the art rendition of it, which I think is really cool. So instead of them having a concept first and then passing that along to the artist, they did it in reverse, where the artist had a lot of ideas and then they built around it, which is really cool. So, oh good, you couldn't hear it. Okay, that is good. But yeah, the next patch is going to feature, so you've got Sports Day Utaha, you've got Sports Day, yeah, you've got Hibiki, I think, is going to be the 1-star character. And then later on, we're going to get Yuka. You did hear it? No, don't apologize. No, I just feel bad that it was super loud when it came by. That's too funny. Yeah, Noah is the other one. She's also part of Seminar with Yuka, so I'm pretty excited for Noah showing up. Ooh! Oh, it's gonna be good. I'm quite excited. Yeah, as far as my favorite school, that's really hard. I really like Abydos a lot, but I also really like Hyakuyaku. I really, really love the designs from Hyakuyaku, and I feel like a lot of the characters who are from there I absolutely adore as well. Oh my word. Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of hard to pick a favorite school, but it would probably be Hyakuyaku or Abydos. I love both of them quite a bit. Yeah, I've been trying to save up Pyroxene for a while because I want to make sure that I can grab Sports Day Yuka, and then I'm saving up for the New Year's students after that. Oh, yeah, no, I am very excited. I saw a peek of that Hyakuyaku lesson map. Oh my gosh, that looks fantastic. They do a really good job with the different lesson maps. I think they look excellent. Oh, but yeah, I am quite excited. It's gonna be good. Oh, yep, yeah, no. Comrade, according to the Red Bear, Red Winter is the best school. Yeah, I do like Red Winter quite a bit as well. Man, that actually is a good question on when we're gonna get Nia and Kaho. Ooh, I don't know. I'm pretty excited for that. I think that their interactions are quite funny. Yeah, no, I've heard that Himari is quite good. So, I actually almost rolled on Kokona as well, but I'm kind of hoping that I'll spike her later because I just don't have enough to roll for Kokona and roll for some of the later characters. So, oh, we're going to have to figure out what to do there. But yeah, yeah, I'm excited. But yeah, I think that there's a lot of really cool things in that live stream if you all haven't checked that out. It is kind of long. I think it's like 3 hours. So I ended up just kind of skipping around to a couple of different parts. So there's parts with the developers that they actually have subtitles with. So I think that ended up being pretty helpful. For the rest of it, I think there was a live translator who was trying to help out. But yeah, I kind of skipped over some of the parts that were just talking about like general like stuff with the game and things, and I was more interested in listening to the developers talk about their thoughts, and yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah, I am extremely excited for the Problem Solver New Year rerun. I think that is going to be absolutely fantastic. Yeah, it was kind of fascinating to hear. I mean, you kind of assume that a lot of the Blue Archive staff are military nerds, but they pretty much confirmed it during the developer talk that a bunch of them like get really excited about designing weapons for the girls to use and like get into heated discussions about what to classify different weapons as. So I think that is fantastic. Oh. Yeah, no, I did hear that the live translator did a really, like, she did her best, but it's kind of hard to compete with the translator who they got the last time. He was fantastic. Like, he was really charismatic the whole time, did a really good job interacting with chat, was just generally, like, really on top of it with, like, what was being said and all the different things, so, oh. Yeah, no, the joke of Noah's pistol versus a short-barreled rifle. I thought that was absolutely hilarious. Oh, yes. No, it is hydration time. Thank you. Oh. Yeah, no, he was fantastic. Yeah, that's the thing. I heard that this time's translator did a really good job too. But yeah, it's just hard. It's hard to stack up because he was so fantastic the last time. But yeah, I had a lot of fun at the live stream. I ended up not catching it live. I just checked it out later. But yeah, they sent us a bunch of stuff in the mail in Blue Archive, which was awesome. So, oh, yeah, no, it was very good. Yeah, I am quite excited to see. I hope they do another one of those roadmaps soon. That was something I was really hoping they were going to talk about, but they didn't. So I'm hoping that they end up sharing something about that soon, because yeah, that would be quite nice. I always love getting to see like what banners are coming up next and how they've done particular characters, specifically because we don't one-for-one follow the Japanese side anymore. Like, the placement of the banners is very similar, but sometimes they combine multiple banners together just so that we can get a little bit more caught up with the Japanese side. Like, we're never going to be fully caught up, which is totally fine by me. I would rather look at the Japanese side and be like, ooh, I like that character. I'm going to save up for them. But yeah, they're trying to make it so we're not quite so far behind them. So what I'm suspecting they're going to do is that they'll take a couple of banners and smash them together again. So I'm eagerly looking forward to seeing whatever they have the roadmap. I want to know what's going to be the next, like, I think they do those in like 2-month spreads. So yeah, I would love to see what's going to be coming up next here. Ooh, the tactical assault roadmap came out. Okay, cool. That's good. Oh, that's right. Yeah, we're gonna have a new total assault boss at some point, right? I'm pretty excited. I don't know. I've seen some stuff from some Japanese players fighting that new total assault boss, and I am intrigued. I'm a little worried it's going to be difficult, but I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be good. Yeah, Gauze. Is it Gauze or Goes? Gauze is kind of how I'd been saying it, but oh, yeah, no, I feel like some of the difficulties have been getting even harder. I tried my best to get platinum last time. I think I was in like the 5,000s on my server, which is just slightly out of platinum range. Yeah, didn't quite make it with Hieronymus. A lot of people just have some really, really good units for that, so it was kind of hard to stack up. But yeah, no, Total Assault's fun. I enjoy it. It's kind of a rough challenge with some of the bosses, but it can be really fun just to at least like run it and get different coins and things, so. Oh, Oh, welcome. Yeah, no, the stream has been going really well so far. A bunch of very kind people have joined membership, which is awesome. I'm going to be streaming once a week moving forward. And yeah, just talked about the anime that I loved the most last season and what I'm looking forward to the most next season. Ooh, yeah, Platinum is really hard. It used to be easier to obtain before they introduced Insane. But Insane really has like kicked stuff up a level. I feel like people got way more crazy about grinding levels and things and equipment, and it's very difficult to keep up now, but Oh, and as far as cheerleader Hibiki, you actually don't need to save up because she will be free. She's a free 1-star. So you don't actually need to pull for her. That was a funny thing that they talked about in the live stream, is that they spent so much time like working on cheerleader Hibiki and working on Sports Day Hasumi. And both of them are just 1-stars. Like, yeah, like they don't design things based on what's free and what you can pull on a gacha. They just like get really excited about characters regardless. So yeah, no, she's gonna be free. So yeah, you don't need to, you don't have to pull for her or anything. She's just a free 1-star, which is amazing. Yep, no, a bunch of the 1-stars in the game I absolutely adore. I feel like a lot of the event 1-stars have been super fun too. Like I've really been into, like some of the recent characters who they've released, I think have been absolutely fantastic, so. Oh, welcome. Yeah, exactly. You can always star up different characters, so. Oh, yeah, I am so beyond impressed with the Blue Archive team. They do such a good job with the characters and with the animations for the characters. They spent a lot of time talking about how they made the live 2D animation for Noah, where her animation has her leaning against a window, and then you can see her reflection on the other time. On the other side. And it was really complicated to get that set up because they had to essentially have the artist draw 2 Noahs, and then they had to animate 2 Noahs, which is insane. Like, that's so much work, and it's just for a live 2D recollection. That's amazing. Also, I guess the live 2D recollection library for Utaha was also really intensive because there are multiple layers of robots in the background, and they had to find ways to optimize that so it wouldn't just launch through all of your storage. So no, it's incredible. Yeah, no, it's extremely sweet of you all. Thank you for joining membership. That is extremely kind of you. I hope, please don't feel obligated whatsoever if your financial situation ever changes. Like, seriously, there is nothing wrong with being like, I need to take care of myself. I cannot pay for a membership. I've tried to keep it low, but at the same time, like, prioritize your own finances, please. That is all that I can ask, so. Oh. Yeah, no, it is quite good. Oh, favorite OSTs. Oh gosh, Koya's Love is absolutely fantastic. I really, really like the Shirokuro music for the Total Assault boss. I listen to that a lot. It is extremely good. I actually really like a lot of the Total Assault OSTs. I think Hieronymus is really good too. There is, gosh, I'm trying to think of like some of the more like relaxed ones that I like. Ooh, yeah, I'd have to go through and look, but I can tell you offhand that the boss music for Shirokuro is my favorite, like, of all time. I'm kind of obsessed with that song. I think it's very, very good. Yes, no, that's true. Unwelcome School is very, very good. Oh my gosh, you all have some absolutely fantastic ones. Oh, yes, the Red Winter theme is fantastic. Bina's theme is fantastic. Coffee Cats is fantastic. Dolce Biblioteca is super good. Oh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, that is so, so, so good. Oh my word. Oh, you know what? It probably is Hifumi Daisuki. I absolutely love Hifumi's music. It is so good. I love Hifumi. Hifumi is so good. I absolutely love her. Oh, Hifumi Daisuki. Nagi spotted. Yes, no, every OST in Blue Archive is great. Oh, the Bunny Chaser theme is so good. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, that is absolutely fantastic. Gosh, yeah, no, you all are nailing it. Agnus Day is very good. Luminous Memory is very good. The New Year Problem Solver theme is fantastic. Usagi Flap, yep. Oh my word. Gosh, yeah, no, Hifumi is absolutely fantastic. Yeah, Bunny Chasers was one of those events that I wasn't sure I was going to be like a super big fan of. I was worried that it was just going to be like nothing but fan service and that there wasn't going to be much else going on, but it was hysterical. I actually like just fell in love with all of the characters. I ended up pulling for Bunny Neru. I still use her on a bunch of my teams. Yeah, no, that event was extremely fun. I'm very excited that we'll be coming back again. Yeah, the OST for Blue Archive really made me fall in love with the game. Like, the art assets were extremely good, like crazy high quality. I am so impressed with the artists that they employ for this. But yeah, the music is just incredible. It just really gets you into the story and the characters and oh, it's so good. It's so good. I absolutely love it. Oh gosh, yeah, I could talk about Blue Archive for an extremely long time. Akane, I'm gonna hack this computer faster than Veritas. Explosion. Oh gosh. Yeah, I am super excited. Yeah, no, it's true. When you do hear that they rob a bank in this game, you're like, wait, what? I gotta check that out. Oh, yeah, I have been really impressed with all of the aspects of the game. I feel like the animation just is so incredible. Like, all the chibis look really, really good. That was actually something that was kind of hard for me when I was trying to check out Arknights. For one thing, I just didn't have the time to properly devote to it. I need to go back and check out Arknights again. But I just wasn't as into the chibi designs in that one. I know that sounds kind of silly, but I just kept thinking about Blue Archive, and I was like, oh, but my cute little like adorable chibis from Blue Archive. I wanna go and check that. I wanna go and check that back out again. So yeah, but here's the thing. I've heard nothing but good things about Arknights. I need to go and actually play through it. So. Yes, no, they do spoil us too much. I feel like if I hadn't played Blue Archive first, checking out Arknights wouldn't have been a problem, but yeah, every time I was trying to play Arknights, I'm like, oh, I want my Blue Archive chibis again. I'm sorry, Arknights. But yeah, I do need to go and check it out again. It does just soak up a bunch of your time. It's kind of my biggest complaint with Genshin as well. I have a lot of thoughts about Genshin. I feel like their gacha economy is really screwed up. Like, it's very, very difficult to save up for characters. And you're kind of incentivized to put a lot of money into it, which is not great. I'm not a big fan of that. I did play a lot of Genshin for a huge period of time, but ultimately it was just really hard to keep up with dailies and like check out all new event stuff. And they were also at the time releasing some 5-star characters that were kind of broken when they were first released. And those characters were ones that I absolutely loved. Yumie was kind of the breaking point for me, where she was absolutely wonderful in the story, and you can use her in like some of the Abyss stuff pretty okay, but in the overworld, her targeting is really bad. It's really hard to actually hit things, and it's just because of the way that they've got bows set up in the game. the bows are just not very good at locking on targets, and if a target moves after you've shot, it's not actually going to home in on them. So yeah, it's rough. Yes, any Yumie players, I salute you. She is adorable and I love her to death, but she can be really difficult to play around. They actually had it happen a lot too, where her ultimate would go off and it wouldn't actually target anything because there was an elevation difference between me and the thing I was trying to target. So that was very frustrating. And I know a lot of people sent in a bunch of things, the developers being like, yo, you all should really look into the targeting with this because it's just not working. Like, you can have your ultimate go off and it won't actually target things, or like her bow won't actually hit like slimes. Like, slimes will be bouncing around and it won't actually hit them, which is rough. So yeah, I did really love Genshin, but it was just hard to justify continuing to play with how much of my time it was taking up. There was just other things that I wanted to be doing, and it was very difficult to justify pulling for characters at a certain point too, because I was just really worried that they were going to release other things. Like, what is her name? Daehya, I think, is one of the newer characters who is like horribly broken, like so unbelievably broken. It's not even funny. It's really, really sad. I've watched so much footage of Daehya just not working. I don't know how so many things were missed when they were testing her. Like, how did they not realize that if you run into objects or you jump, it cancels her ultimate? That's crazy. How did they not realize that? Surely someone had to have been jumping at some point. Like, holy cow, that's crazy. I can't believe that she just doesn't work. And then I think, what is it? Like, her elemental skill, it's too low to the ground. So like some enemies just won't proc the new Pyro Dendro reaction. Which is really bad. Like, I watched a bunch of footage of Ruin Guards being tagged with Dendro, and then her like little like I'm not sure what it is. It's like a little post that like little emblem that pops up, and it's pulsing pyro, and it's just not proccing anything because like it has a vertical limit to it. So like the Dendro will hit the middle of the Ruin Guards, and the Ruin Guards are really tall. So like whatever that vertical limit is for her elemental skill is just not hitting the Ruin Guard like center of mass, which that's wild. That's crazy. How did they not realize that? Why is there even a vertical limit on it? Like that seems a little absurd, right? I don't know. Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I was one of those people too, like where you'll spend money on it because you adore the characters and you adore the game, and like you really want to pick up your favorite characters. But yeah, it's hard. So for those of you who are Genshin players, my best wishes to you. I really hope MiHoYo fixes Daehya, because dear God, that poor woman is completely broken. Like, she just doesn't work. Oh, yeah, I don't know. I was really curious to know like how the beta testing actually goes, so I don't know what kind of testing they do. I heard that there were beta testers who mentioned that she had some problems, but yeah, it's rough. Yeah, I know that she is going to be a standard banner character, but wow, that feels really bad if they intentionally made her not good because of that. Like, the standard characters I feel like should still be good, but they struggle a little bit. Like, I've heard Keqing is a lot better since they introduced Dendro, but I've heard that it's still kind of rough for some of the other standard characters. Ugh. Oh, that's the thing. I definitely do remember the Doom posting for a lot of characters, and then a character would be released and you're like, ooh, okay, some of the Doom posting was right. Some of this doesn't quite work the way that you'd want it to, but it's okay. Yeah, it's just, they're such a gigantic company. Like, they make a crazy amount of money. I would really hope that they could invest some of that into, like, more thoroughly testing characters and making sure that everything is actually working first. Because, yeah, it's pretty rough to release a character like this and have it not work super good. Yeah, a lot of Doom posting definitely tends to be centered on, like, viability of a character, and some characters are perfectly viable, like, just in the overworld. They just might not be as good in the Abyss. And that's what a lot of, like, really grindy characters tend to do. So, like, I remember, so the patch I actually left was the one where they introduced Kokomi. And she just, like, didn't work when she first came out. Her stats were really bad. She couldn't crit. I actually don't know if she can crit. I'm guessing that she can't still crit. But because they introduced a lot of enemies that would sap your life, she ended up becoming much better because she was a pretty good healer. But yeah, like, they made an entire artifact set just for her and to try and, like, fix her problems. I don't know how to feel about that. Like, I really wish that they had just, like, spent a little extra time just trying to make sure she was working first. I still can't believe that they made it so she couldn't crit on launch. Like, if that's still the case, that's wild. I don't I don't understand why they would make a character who can't do that. Like, that's such an important part of the game, is being able to crit, and making it so she can't just seems, I don't know. I don't know what was in the design minds on that one, but that's good. Here's the thing. I have heard that Kokomi is, like, totally much more playable and good now. But yeah, she just was not, like, at all a DPS, and her healing was okay when she came out. Like, there were other characters that could heal better, but with her new artifact set, I've heard she's actually pretty good, so. And yeah, I saw someone asked to take us away from Genshin for a minute, if I ever have plans on making merch. And yes, definitely. At some point, I think it would be really cool. I think realistically, I probably have to grow a little bit more as a channel first, because they tend to have, like, requirements for number of people that will, like, actually grab merch. And you all have been extremely kind. I would love to make it so that merch is available for you all. I probably would just have to wait a little bit longer because they want to see that you have, like, a certain threshold of followers and stuff like that. So, yeah. Oh, good night, Winter Fox. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Ooh, but yeah, there will definitely be more to come on that. I will let you all know if I get a little bit closer to that point, because yeah, I would absolutely love to do that. Yep, that is the plan. It would be a Chibinoko snack pillow, like something that could go around your neck would kind of be the thing that I'd try to do. So there's a company who would be perfect to work with on that. They're called Makeship. They do a bunch of partnerships with independent creators, and you can ship all over the world for a flat rate, which is perfect because I want to make it so that people could actually get a hold of the merchandise, even if you live in like someplace like on the other side of the planet. I feel like international shipping can be really expensive sometimes, so yeah. So look forward to that. At some point I would love to do that. I think that the requirement that they have is you have to have 200 people who sign on in order for them to produce it, and I don't think I'm quite at that point yet. So yeah, I will keep you all posted though as I get a little bit closer. Ooh, that's a good question. Yes, Gregory, you asked, do I remember Genshin's first anniversary debacle? Oh boy, yes, I was still playing then. Oh boy. Yeah, no, that was really rough. I think that MiHoYo, just for some reason, is weirdly opposed to giving out a ton of rewards to players. I don't know why. Ooh, excuse me. Ooh, I had to readjust in my chair there. No, I appreciate it. Thank you all. I do hope at some point I'm able to do it, because I would love to make it so that you all could have Chibinoko merch. I think that would be awesome. Oh my word. Yeah, no, so for those of you who aren't familiar, when Genshin hit their first anniversary, a lot of people were hoping that as like a thank you for like being players and like spending a lot of money to like make this game possible, a lot of people were really hoping that miHoYo would give like a huge thank you for their first year anniversary. Whether that be like a ton of gems or like maybe like a 4-star character or something, like, you know, like something like that where you could actually like thank the community for everything that they've done. And they didn't do that. Initially, it was revealed that they were actually going to make some of the merch paid. Like you would have to pay extra money for it, and Genshin is like a money pit. Like a lot of players who actually spend money on it spend a lot of money on it, like to a point that like miHoYo is valued at quite a lot of money. And it seemed like, I think there was going to be like 10 polls or something. They were going to send 10 polls. Yes, thank you. That's what it was. The orchestra wings. Holy cow. That was it. That was the thing that absolutely broke the community. They revealed that so they were going to have a concert, which admittedly, the concert was awesome. I watched it. It was fantastic. I loved it. But the wings that were associated with the concert, you would have had to pay for those. And the community, I would say pretty reasonably was like, yo, what about this is an anniversary though? You're giving us 10 polls, which is a thing that you do for just about every event. And that's it. Like, we don't get really anything else. Like, here's the thing. The concert was beautiful. It was absolutely amazing. But people were just hoping for something extra, like more polls at the very least. But yeah, so what ended up happening is that people went kind of ballistic. They ended up review bombing not just Genshin, but they also review bombed like anything else. Like, it got kind of insane. I think people's anger was very justified. I think that things quickly spun out of control though. Like, games that had nothing to do with miHoYo got crazy review bombed. Other games that were not Genshin, that were miHoYo, got review bombed, which was kind of a shame because some of them were like brand new, just coming out, like hadn't had a chance to like really prove themselves in any way. And I think Honkai got review bombed as well. It was kind of nuts. Wait, Google Classroom got review bombed too? Oh my god. Ugh. Ugh, that's too much, man. That was too far. It was kind of nuts. And here's the thing. So they did end up having, I think they sent, I can't even remember if they sent more polls or not, but they did make it so everyone got the wings, which was good. But it was such a feels bad moment, where it really disillusioned a lot of people. Like, I was kind of already on my way out the door at that point, but that was one of those things where I'm like, good grief. Good grief, miHoYo, what you doing? It's actually funny because Blue Archive, wow, words are hard. Blue Archive came out. I kind of mixed some of those words together. Blue Archive came out 2 weeks after that happened. And I picked it up and I played it and I was like, oh, I think I'm gonna play this. I think this game is amazing. I think this is exactly what I want. Like, adorable characters. I get to jump right into character stories, which is amazing. Like, that was kind of a weird thing with Genshin where like not all characters had individual stories. Like, you could level them up and unlock voice lines, but that was kind of it. Like, it was kind of up to miHoYo's discretion if they were even gonna highlight a character or not. And that was really sad because there was just a lot of characters who like weren't featured in the story. Like, you could pull for a character and like they might not necessarily have the most to go off of. Whereas like you can pull a character in Blue Archive and that's it. You're ready. Like you can unlock their recollection libraries and their side stories, and there's a ton of main story that you can go through. And God, yeah, I don't know. It came out at the perfect time. I had been playing Genshin every single day ever since it came out, and I was feeling really disillusioned with the game and pretty frustrated after the anniversary and after Yumie and Kokomi were both released in kind of rough states. And yeah, I just hopped right on Blue Archive. I kind of just was like, all right, Genshin, it's been a good run. Thank you. I appreciate it. And yeah, I hopped on to Blue Archive instead. So yeah, I do somewhere floating out there in the ether. I do still have a Genshin account with a lot of leveled up characters. Like Bear and I tend to power game some games. So we would play together a lot. We would grind through dungeons and things like that. They're not dungeons, it's like the places where you can get artifacts and things like that. But yeah. Oh, welcome! The snake in sweater tube is very cute, yes. I agree. Chibi Noko is adorable. I love her. Yeah, no, it came out at the perfect time. You can say that it was a miracle. Plays constant Madurato. Oh man, that's actually a good point too. Like on a more like practical level, Genshin is crazy big. Like it is huge. Like I was running out of memory on my phone just trying to run it. Like most of the time I ended up playing on my computer, but like, holy cow, it was still gigantic on the computer. Like it rivaled some of my bigger games. Yeah, no, this is a lot. Yeah, no, it was a lot. It's something I actually almost talked about in my very, very, very first Blue Archive video was I actually did the math between Blue Archive and Genshin as far as how easy it is to pull characters and how easy it is to level up characters. And because I just wanted to like do a comparison between the two, but it just kind of felt like the video was getting really long and I was spending a lot of time just being like, and this is why Blue Archive's economy is better. And I was like, I should just summarize that. Like I can just have like a particular section where I talk about the game economy, like specifically how much you need to actually spend for gacha stuff. So yeah, but yeah, it's kind of a bummer. Genshin's like everything economy is really rough. It's really difficult to level up characters. Like you have to find a ton of different items and a ton of different books. And you have to think about their weapon, which is really important. You have to get artifacts, which is really important. Artifacts are totally RNG based, which is very frustrating if you are trying to get a particular stat. You just have to like run the same artifact place over and over and over and over, and you still might not even get the thing that you want, which is so annoying. Like Bear and I ran so many of those, and some of them you just didn't get what you were looking for, so it was a lot. And then weapons were like their whole own bag of worms where like it was just a lot. Just remembering like leveling up weapons. Yeah, no, I'm extremely glad that the RNG that they have in Blue Archive is just like, are you going to get this item or not? And it's generally pretty easy to get stuff. They've also made it now where with the, I think it's the expert permit shop, you can actually like exchange stuff for equipment that you want, which is amazing. Like, holy cow, that's fantastic. But yeah, oh, that's good. So you can craft artifacts now. That's the thing. I've been out of Genshin for a while, so some of my information might be a little outdated. But I do keep up with the community. I always like seeing kind of like what stuff is going on over there. Because there's part of me too that's like, maybe MiHoYo will like, I don't know, be more generous, fix some of the characters that they released. make it a little better. And alas, as far as I can tell, that has not changed so much, so I have not returned to the game. Not to mention, it is also a gigantic time sink, so... Oh, no, you're right, you're talking about Blue Archive. You know, that's my bad. I should have realized that. Okay, so you cannot craft artifacts in Genshin, as far as I know. Which means that you have to gacha for it by, like, going through all of these artifact things, so... Yeah, welcome to the membership. Oh, my word. Yeah, I'm very sad. I really, really loved Genshin. The music is unbelievable. The characters are super fun. Some parts of the community I was less a fan of. But that's, I don't know, it's kind of the territory with such a big game. Like, you're gonna have some people who get, like, way too invested in the characters and get really upset when you, like, ship characters together, or, like, I don't know, like, there was this whole thing for a while where people were really upset if you shipped Diluc and Kaya together. They're like, no, they're brothers, you can't do that. I don't know, man. Are they not? They're like adopted brothers, right? Like, I don't know. I didn't really care that much. I thought it was fine. Yeah, that is kind of what I've experienced. I spent a lot of time on the Genshin subreddit, which was also, like, for those of you who brave the Genshin subreddit, well, I salute you. It's a rough place. There's a lot of stuff. Obviously, Genshin Twitter is a lot worse, but yeah, I don't know. The shipping community is kind of insane. It's kind of nuts. I don't know why people get kind of crazy about that. Yeah. It sounds like Yumi's fanfic was under attack. No, I always shipped the women together. Like, I shipped Traveler and a bunch of characters, like female Traveler. I really liked Ganyu and female Traveler together. That was kind of my big ship. And then I liked I liked a lot of the female ships. That was a thing that I did a lot. I drew a lot of fan art of female ships. Yeah, no, that's kind of a funny thing where Ether is kind of the main person who always gets featured in a lot of the advertising, but, like, everyone plays Lumine. Okay, that's not true. That's not true. There are plenty of people who play Ether. I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing that right. That was always how I pronounced both of their names, but just ship everything with everything works great. Yeah, no, Ganyu and Keqing are, ooh, it's good. Favorite ship in Blue Archive? Ooh. Ooh. That's hard. I have a lot of ones that I like. I really like Lumine. Okay. I had heard some people pronounce it that way. I always said Lumine. And I was like, is this right? I'm not sure if this is right. Oh gosh, favorite Blue Archive ship. I really like Hanako and Koharu, like, a lot. I really like them together. I really like... I actually kind of ship... I guess they'd probably be more like really good friends, but Saori and Mika, I kind of ship them a little bit. Here's the thing though, it's Saori and Hime all the way. Like, I can't get between that. But yeah, I like Saori and Mika's relationship quite a bit. It's very complicated, and I feel like it would be nice if they at least became very good friends. Yeah, I also really like Hifumi and Azusa together a lot. Like, I just low-key, like, in my head canon, this is just that they're dating. Like, that's just the deal. They go to Pororo concerts together. They go get a bunch of merch together. Oh, I have seen that. The Japanese side ships Mika and Koharu like crazy. Here's the thing, I love it. I love seeing it. It's fantastic. It's so good. I'm trying to think, a lot of those are kind of from like the most recent chapter. I'm trying to think of like other characters who I ship really hard. Let me think. Gosh, it's hard because like a lot of the characters are just like wonderful. Wonderful in their own right. Like I know that Akko desperately wants to be with Hina like super badly. But I also respect Hina being like, this is a professional relationship, Akko. We're not together, please. Yes, Sensei in black suit, the best, the ultimate ship, Sensei in black suit, yes. I don't know, I really like Maestro a lot, like, but I think that Sensei and Maestro would just be friends. Oh, Fuka and Haruna, Fuka and kidnapping, no. Izumi and Borger. Yeah, no, Akko definitely wants to ship herself with Hina pretty bad. Like, she really wants to be with Hina, but Hina, I don't think Hina is interested in that. Hina's got so much else on her plate. Yeah, Beatrice and Sensei have some potential. I'm not gonna talk too much more about that particular thing. I'm worried I'll just start jumping into spoilers, but like, yeah, no, Black Suit just like is super into Sensei. Oh my gosh. Yeah, no, I think that is quite funny. Oh my gosh. But yeah, no, yep, no, this is true. Beatrice and Sensei, they need to work on some stuff, but I'm trying to think of other characters if I ship anyone else. I'm thinking of like Hyakuako and some of the other things. With Hyakuako, I kind of feel like, I don't know, everyone wants to be with Chisei really bad. Everybody loves Chisei a lot. And I don't blame them, she's fantastic. Oh man. Gosh, no, it's good. Oh. You can fix her. I don't know, man. Yeah, I know. All of Gematria are pretty interested in Sensei. It's yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for more lore archive. Yeah, as far as that's concerned, actually, that's a pretty good segue. My plan for lore archive is this weekend I'm just taking some time to rest. I'm gonna play a lot of Monster Hunter and just like chill. Take it easy for a little bit, have some ice cream. And then starting on Monday, I'm gonna be back to the grind working on the next video. I'm not gonna go as crazy with it as I did the last one because that one ended up being a lot longer than I thought. So definitely trying to take it easy and not pull another all-nighter with that one. But the plan is that I will finish my script, I'll film it, I'll work on editing, and hopefully within the next couple weeks I can get that out for you all. And then, yeah, no, I'm actually, everything is gonna be contained in one more video, so only 2 parts. Excuse me. Yeah, I am excited for getting that finished for you all, but I'm gonna make sure not to push myself too hard because the last one, I didn't even realize it was 4 hours until I was done. And I'm like, oh, that's why this was so hard to edit. Oh my gosh, I had a crazy amount of footage for this. But yeah, I think that the next one will for sure be at least 2.5 hours. It might be more, we'll see. But yeah, definitely look forward to that. I'm super excited to see how that turns out. But yeah, expect it to be at least 2.5 hours. It will probably cross the 3-hour boundary, but we'll see. I ended up covering a lot of stuff in the first video as far as background, so yeah, I think it should be good. I'm glad you all are looking forward to that. Yeah, my plan is to get that released, and then after that, I'm gonna take a short little break from Lore Archive videos just because I want the next Millennium stuff to come out. I think that's actually the next one I'm gonna tackle, is the entirety of the Millennium story, so I'm waiting until the rest of that is released on the global server, and then in the interim, that'll actually give me time because I just yesterday got my ASMR mic in the mail, so I am going to make some ASMR for you all. I think it should be pretty cool. I'm gonna start off with an introductory video just where I talk about why I love ASMR and all of the different things surrounding it. So yeah, I am really excited for that. That's kind of gonna be like my next priority after the second part of the Eden Treaty, is working on an ASMR video. So yeah, I'm glad that y'all are excited for that. I need to talk to some fellow streamer friends too, because I really, really want to do karaoke, but I need to do it safely so that I don't get hit with copyright strikes. So I am going to talk with some friends and see how I can go about this, because I would love to sing for you all, but I have to be really careful with which songs I pick, and like, I would love, love, love to make it so it's an archived stream so that you can come back to it later. But yeah, I'm gonna have to do some research into that for you all. So yeah, the ASMR mic that I got, give me 1 second. It is, I'm gonna go pull that up real quick. I don't remember the exact model. I actually didn't go with a 3DO. That's kind of like the standard one that a lot of people do. But instead, I went with, there's this ASMR content creator who goes by Hatomugi. I think she's actually got 1 million subscribers currently, which is very well deserved. She puts out incredible content, and she tries a ton of different ASMR mics. And so I was watching a bunch of her content just to see how she actually did certain things and how she made certain sounds and like different things like that. And there was a mic that she was using that I really, really liked, like a lot more than the 3DO, and it was cheaper than the 3DO. So yeah, it's generally considered a recording mic for like going out and recording wildlife sounds. And like ambient noise, but it works super well as an ASMR mic, so that's what I picked up. But yeah, give me 1 second. I am looking for what it is called because I am forgetting the exact model. Let me go see. Yeah, give me 1 sec. I'm just looking through my old orders. ASMR mic. Yeah, it is the Tascam DR40X is what I got. So Tascam, Tascam, and then DR40X, and I got it with a windscreen. So, because in a lot of Hatomugi's videos, she uses this really fluffy windscreen on it. Yeah, it's true. Wildlife sounds. I mean, she is a snake. Recordings of a wild Yumie. It's fantastic. Yeah, I'm super excited for that. It will be kind of like an intro ASMR video, so I'm going to mostly be talking a lot, but also like do a little bit of like nice relaxing noises and things. But I've actually got a like whole ASMR background figured out, and I'm very excited. It's extremely relaxing and it looks really good. So yeah, I am very excited. If I don't make snake sounds into the mic, I'll be very disappointed. I will have to do my best. Attenborough, and here we can see a wild snake in her habitat. Yeah, I'm very excited for that. So yeah, that's the plan. I'm going to finish the Eden Treaty, and then it's going to be working on ASMR. So I'll do that for the video after that. And then we'll see whenever the Millennium thing gets released. I will be working on that from there, and then I'll probably like alternate back to some other videos with you all, but I'll be streaming in the interim. I have a ton of Other things that I've got planned, we're gonna finish up The Cruel King and the Great Hero. I actually think we should be able to finish that up in 2 more streams. So I am super excited. It's going to be very good. Yeah, I am very much looking forward to it. Oh, but yeah, please constrict the mic. I will try. It will be difficult. My tail is somewhat prehensile, but yeah, not quite. Not quite. Oh my gosh. Whoa, it's already been almost 3 hours. Holy cow. Wow. It's been a lot. Thank you all for hanging out. This has been awesome. Oh my gosh. I can't believe that 3 hours have gone by so fast. Oh yeah, so this was created by, I'm gonna go pull up their info real quick. Give me 1 second. It is, so this hoodie that I'm wearing is made by Gao Desu. She is an artist who does a lot of really cool assets. Essentially, she rigged this in Live 2D, so it's actually like a 3D model. So when I move my head, it actually responds to that. So that's why the sleeves can move up and down, which is really cool. Welcome. Oh my gosh. Ugh, so many people. I can't believe how many people have joined. Y'all are very nice. Thank you. And thank you for everyone who has hung out, like, regardless of membership and anything else. I really appreciate it. You all are absolutely fantastic. This has been super fun. Yeah, so I think that the plan is, if I can get it to work, I will hopefully be streaming Blue Archive next Wednesday. If I cannot get it to work, I will keep trying, and we will just play The Cruel King and the Great Hero on Saturday. So yeah, I am looking forward to it. Oh, I'm so glad. Oh, that's awesome. I'm glad that my videos have inspired you to make some crazy analysis videos. That's awesome. Ooh, that's great. Man, that makes me real happy. I don't know, passing along like my love of this game and everything else. It has been very good. But yeah, so fingers crossed, if I can get it to work, we'll be playing Blue Archive on Wednesday. Otherwise, we're gonna do Cruel King. Either way, Cruel King is going to be finished within 2 streams, so. Ooh, yeah. Yeah, my plan is to alternate between time zones. Unfortunately, for any Blue Archive streams that I do during the week, like if I do something on Wednesday, it's gonna have to be in the time zone that's a little better for Asia and Australia, specifically because I have to do it after work, because I do work a full-time job, so I will have to do it then. But anything on the weekend, I can do either this time or I can do the later time. So yeah, I will be like swapping between those 2 times. If you can't make it live, like seriously, just check out the VOD afterwards. You will you will enjoy it. So yes, no, if I didn't finish Cruel King, that'd be terrible. Oh my gosh. No, we are definitely finishing that. I've actually been doing some grinding off stream too, so that I've got some stuff ready for you all. So yeah, I'm excited. It's gonna be really good. Whenever we do our very last Cruel King stream, I'm gonna make it a really long one because we're just gonna finish it all in one go. Like what's gonna happen is we're gonna get through the ending of the princess's story in the next stream, whenever that is. And then for the final portion of the game, I think that you all will want to watch that in one go because that's what I did. I just couldn't stop playing once I got to a certain part, so I have prepared it so that you all can do that whenever we do that. But yeah, I think it'll be 2 more Cruel King streams, so. Oh man, you know, I've actually heard a bit of both. I've heard some people who just like don't have enough time to play the game. I've actually gotten a lot of really, really kind comments on my Lore Archive videos from people who have like young kids or who like are really busy with their job and just are not able to always check out the story.
that it's at least a way for them to actually get caught up on stuff. And that makes me really happy because I don't want people to miss out on the story just because like you're busy with real life things. But I know a lot of people also like go through the story and then they check out my videos just to see if there was anything they missed or like just to listen to me narrate things. So yeah, I'm really glad that you all have been enjoying it. That makes me really glad to hear. Oh, yeah, I have no idea if Nexon will ever notice this channel. And you know, that's alright. I'm gonna keep making this stuff because it makes me really happy and it's super fun to share with you all. So yeah, this has been awesome. Oh, thank you all so much for stopping by. I think I'm gonna go get some lunch here. I'm gonna go do my like 3 p.m. login thing to Blue Archive. So, oh. Yeah, I'm really glad that you all have enjoyed watching the videos and that you all came to the stream. Oh, real talk, I'm actually gonna go check really quick. No, don't apologize. Seriously, you can just check out the VOD. At some point today, I'll timestamp it. Bear and I have some stuff that we have to go and take a look at a little later, so yeah. At some point I'll come back and I'll timestamp this video just for the different topics I talk about, so. Yeah, thank you all so much for stopping by. I'm sorry it's really late for some of you. Thank you for sticking around. I really appreciate it. Oh my god, thank you for so many of you. So many of you have joined membership too. That's absolutely crazy. I'm actually checking to see, I might have... Yeah! No, I can add another emoji. Whoa! Okay. Yeah, maybe something I'll do in a membership stream here is make some more emojis for you all to use. That's great. Thank you all so much for stopping by. You all have been absolutely fantastic. I hope that you have a good rest of your week. I will let you know what the plan is for next week. If I'm able to get BlueStacks to work, we will play Blue Archive on Wednesday. Otherwise, I will see you all on Saturday when I'll play some Cruel King. So yeah, I'll let you all know. I'll send a schedule update on YouTube, on Twitter, and in my Discord. So this has been great. Thanks so much for hanging out. I hope that you all have an excellent rest of your weekend. Ooh, thank you. Thank you so much for hanging out. This has been great. You all have an excellent rest of your day. I will talk with you all soon. Bye.